play Najee nowadays?
Damn. Damn.
What does
Why
that
Najee
mean?
catch a stray like
What do
that?
you mean by
I've
that?
been like going to sleep early. Leave me alone.
Why Najee catching fucking strays, nigga? What the fuck?
I don't
Yeah,
even
that was
know what
messed
that
up.
means, by the way. I'm lost.
Bro,
You don't
just
know what
talking
catching
shit.
strays means?
No, the other thing. I don't understand the joke,
Najee?
I think.
You said we're playing Najee?
Yeah, what does that mean? Like, what is the joke?
It's too. I guess it's too. What's it called? Above you.
CD saying this as if like half of his sentences aren't just him like giving up halfway through the sentence and just goes.
What if we just beat the shit out of City the next time we see him? Just like jump him collectively.
What if you just
That'd be
the
so
shit out of
funny. We
CD
should
next
do
time
it.
you saw him?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
No, me and Jordan
All right.
can't be there because then it's a race crime. So.
True. D&D time. So I will recap.
It'll be domestic
Last we
violence
left
when
off.
he comes home.
Time had stopped for a moment. You could hear a pin drop over the whirring noises of the portal machine that was going to turn Twilight inside out. A moment was had for the death of Nisa Avashi, the Blue Fang. As Vincent and Ziggy fell to their knees, they had no choice but to continue. Surrounded by deadly aberrations, fighting to defend this void crystal cluster, with apparently someone trapped inside of it, several of our intrepid heroes sprung to action to dismantle the portal and take these strange whispering, deep black crystals, almost like with little starry speckles inside, to stop this conversion of whatever was happening on Twilight. In the middle of the process, currently having frozen halfway through, a large part of Twilight, several land masses now covered in almost glass-like crystalline purple sheets. But from what you've seen, at least the Pulse District is safe. You haven't seen the others yet, but you can assume that they may follow suit. Vincent walked away after all of these aberrations were slayed, carrying Nisa's body and grieving, sending a message to an old tutor, friend of his, for words of direction, to try and respark some sense of purpose in him. As the rest of you stuck behind and, after tending to yourselves, licking your wounds for a moment, a couple of you investigated these strange arcane crystals that had been pulled out of this machine. You ruminated on the fact that Aladdin Sane's corpse had been taken away by that same strange, disgusting, gnarled, giant hand that you had initially seen in the room full of arcane obelisks that Ziggy and Aladdin were at first connected to when you first ran into them again, via horror. All those tentacles plugging into the eyes and playing a message by Dr. Thaddeus Ketter. One of a lab report and a personal journal entry. But going back to the present, you used Raven's plasma cutter that she had taken from Mr. Gunn to drill into this massive crystal cluster and fish out what seems to be Sam Hawthorne, who had been, at some point before all of you arrived, defeated and taken captive into this crystal cluster, likely being used as an amplification to its power, along with the portal machine. Regardless, this has all been stopped. Vincent has walked away with Nisa's body. A couple of others trailed out in pursuit. But a while after, they gave him plenty of time. And so to that I say to the rest of you, standing here at the pinnacle of this staircase, this geometric rock formation underneath you, the howling winds stretching across you, blowing your clothes and rolling across the purple glass sheets of land far and wide into the horizon in all directions. There is just silence. There are no more threats. Just you and the moon beneath your feet. What will you do?
We're still making our way over to Vincent, or are we together now?
You are making your way over to Vincent. I just wanted to triple check if there was anything that you guys wanted to do before you left.
I think I'm done here.
Same.
Yeah, we've no purpose here still.
The morning sight. It's time to be.
Yeah.
Leave it in the past.
Of course. With that, one by one, you all get up, move your feet one by one, forward as you always have, no matter what. As you walk down these stairs, and where once it led into a cave with an encampment of drow, you see all around you rubble and almost like exploded crystal clusters having grown and spurted out of the ground in various directions, littered with a handful of corpses of drow and Dwergar that must have gotten caught up in all of this. As you walk on, you see, back on the surface, quite easy to see, and eerily flat land as opposed to the hills and valleys and canyons from before. This slick sheet of glass over the land. You see a long ways away ahead of you, almost like a speck in the distance, a familiar helicopter with a couple of rotors poking out towards the top, slightly on its side, indicating the shape for you to make out. You can only imagine that Vincent may be there. As all of you, one by one, begin walking across the horizon, feeling the clicks of your shoes and boots against this glass-like crystal floor underneath your feet. You have to take a moment to reassert yourself. The entire combat, with the world shifting, these crystal clusters moving in all directions, gravity felt off. But now it is right again, you think. But as all of you walk across, this crystalline floor begins to slowly reflect the shifting, ephemeral night sky, that phlogiston that ever so slightly undulates in the skies above you, with swirling deep blues and purples, greens and oranges, like a puddle. As minute by minute, the silence overtaking your walk, you head towards this helicopter, miraculously not having been utterly destroyed in the wake of everything that happened here, in the inversion and folding of this moon. And you just see a familiar lunar night just cradling the dead body of a princess in silence and solitude. Vincent, you see your friends approach. About 2 hours later, after you first left. Including Sam Hawthorne, who has been surprisingly non-hyper-verbal for the moment. Maybe somewhere in there is a guy who can read the room. But nevertheless, he has been looking around in abject curiosity at the world around you, seeing that it has now changed, and kind of scratching his head over the matter.
Also, real quick, can somebody send me a link to the game?
Just kidding.
It should. Do you have Discord open?
I do, but I didn't see it in Jordan's campaign or in general.
Did I not have it pinned? Hold up.
Can't you just log on to Roll20 and then join
I
the campaign?
I just pinned it in Jordan's campaigns. I don't know
Okay.
why it wasn't. My apologies. Forrest, I'll say wait.
Okay.
Vincent will stand up and brush off his jacket, putting back on his cracked visors, swollen eyes from tears in combat, get hidden again behind his reflective visors, showing all of you in front of him. Sam?
Hey man. I didn't see you back there, but I guess I should thank you just like these folks all the same. You do kinda come as one unit. Speaking of which, kinda looks over at the glass horizon, not really able to see his own home quite in view yet, due to being on the other side of the moon. Got my own folks I should probably check in on. Place looks pretty different now.
Hopefully not too much damage to the other districts. Pulse seems relatively okay from here.
Kinda like hunches over and scratches his chin. Plus, I should probably... Well, even if everyone else was dead, Kalor would probably stay alive just to beat the shit out of me for what I let happen to myself. But hey, I got a shield. Maybe? Kind of looking over at Aestus. She wouldn't punch a hole through you just to get to me, would she?
It's just kind of like just stares.
Right, yeah. So, kind of looking at the helicopter. Nice lift. You do the paint job yourself?
Don't touch her.
He just puts both of his hands up. Can I at least hop on? I'm normally the more, hoofing it type, but I kinda don't feel great right now.
Last session, Jordan, you said it was kind of like knocked over.
Yeah, it's definitely still in one piece. Like, it isn't particularly damaged. You would just, like, need a couple of people to push it back upright before it takes off again.
Vincent's gonna kind of get into position, and if any of you can help me, we need to get this upright.
Sam just looks at Aces. Okay, now can I touch it?
No, keep your fucking paws off her.
Oh
And
my
she kind of
God.
like goes around and falls with Vincent to help tilt it up.
You heard her. Guess I'm not helping. I mean, I can. I think it would be fun.
If you don't shut up right now, you're about to not be able to talk for the next rest of your life.
Alright,
Damn. God damn.
I'll say, Aestins and Vincent, out of the two of you, who has a higher athletics score?
Definitely not Vincent.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Aestus does. Let me just double check your sheet.
Like 1,000,000%. He is not a strong man. He is just.
I have 3 to athletics.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
You got it.
Is anybody else trying to help?
Please, anyone.
Anyone, please help.
But I
stand in.
I got negative strength, so.
No, I do too. It's just, someone's got to get
Actually,
in
I
there.
lied. I have a +1. What am I doing?
Ozzy's stronger than Vincent. I love it.
Let's
He's a stout young man.
Let's
No,
let Sam help.
I think that's
Let's
reasonable.
all push together as like a family, almost.
As a family, yeah.
As a
That's
family.
good.
It would be very touching.
Yes, together.
It would be. Together.
Nisa, you're not putting in any work. Oh, wait.
No!
Ah!
Too soon.
When is too soon? When is too soon?
One is too soon. But yeah, I'll help. I guess if we're not gonna get Sam to do it, big strong Sam the man.
I mean, is
I guess
that the
we'll all-
consensus? Is Aestus dead set on not letting Sam help?
Sam can't
I
touch
mean-
your ship.
Vincent definitely like just looks at her like, we don't have time for this. Just let him help.
She kind of like looks over. They just have like, do they have like that eye connection thing of understanding? Or does he
Hmm.
say something to her?
Oh no, he definitely says like after they have that look, just to make sure, he says, we don't have time for this. He can help.
She'll kind of like look around at Sam. You can touch her for now.
Oh, doggy. Been waiting to stretch myself and my arms and my legs for a little bit now. This should serve as a pretty solid warm-up. And he is just going to... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Jesus.
As half of the party, kind of as a big old happy family, you all collectively kind
I'm
of
rolled
summon
anyways,
together,
just to
your
see.
backs, your shoulders, pushing forward, pushing back. Also, CD, I don't know what to do with this information. I can allow you to join if I remember how to do that. Do I have to personally invite people, or?
But I guess don't worry about that. At most, I can just play without Roll20.
I sent you an invite link. I don't know why you're on an alternative account, but whatever, man. Anyway,
Because I forgot my login.
so
Be funny.
getting back to the game, kind of one by one as a happy family. All of you,
Poor
some of you
guy.
pushing your backs against it, others like pushing your arms forward. You just, kind of all of you at once. It just takes a couple of seconds to like, as like you almost like collectively push it a little too far to the side and have to like hold yourselves back and correct yourself. Cassio, Aestus, Vincent, and Sam, as you finally get this thing back upright, proper, gesundheit,
Bless
to the
you.
point where getting the rotors to start spinning would not make it awkwardly kind of slide off in some other direction or slap up against the glass floor. You are free to hop in and take off as you see fit.
Love to do so.
Would there be a place for Nisa to lay, or should I just be carrying her, or like put her in a seat? What's that look like? I'm just trying to see visually. I still don't actually have a picture in my head of what the inside of the ship looks like, so I'm just kind of.
I imagined it
No,
was
you're
like a
good.
helicopter. So like,
It's yeah. It's
Oh,
just
it
a
is. It is a
helicopter.
helicopter. That is true.
It
That
is-
is true.
I imagine you'd
Yeah.
probably have to hold her a little bit.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah, you
the,
have to
there's
hold
the
'em.
cockpit with 2 seats, and then kind of like in the main chamber, there's all those seats that kind of line like to the front and to the back, with the 2 side doors opening up for you to be able to kind of like hop right out of. So yeah, there isn't exactly a place for her to lay down, so you're kind of going to, very grim and macabre, but you're kind of just going to have to either sit her down somewhere or hold her, unless you could think of a better place to put her.
No. He'll hold her. He'll hold her.
Of course. A relatively simple deed. Ozzy, are you the one getting into the pilot seat?
Uh,
That's a
would
dangerous
Cassio-
question.
That is
Cassio
so-
Dangerous questions.
I don't know how to fly a plane. We covered
I
this last
just-
time.
Yeah, Aces
Aces
is
should be flying.
fly.
gotta fly.
Oh,
Well,
right.
I can,
Aces
I
is
can
here.
pilot
I
it,
apologize. Yeah,
I was
Aces
like,
and
I don't know
Ziggy
how to fly.
have.
Okay.
Or do
yeah,
I?
If you have proficiency with air vehicles,
Don't believe I do.
which I think I erroneously labeled as a piloting proficiency, but I'm kind
Yeah.
of going to talk to you guys about
it is
fixing
piloting
that and kind of
proficiency.
consolidating proficiencies maybe here sooner or later, because I was thinking about it, like I made a couple of proficiencies that are kind of redundant actually, because like I said, I am not a perfect game designer. But anyway, Ace just kind of hops in the cockpit as you kind of feel that familiar speeding up chopping of the rotors spinning and spinning until eventually you find yourself having some lift and being able to push yourself in the right direction. Having a very solid, smooth, glassy floor beneath you kind of helps a lot. But interestingly enough, you have to give it a little bit of extra force. Like you think when you're taking off, there's almost like a bit of resistance, almost as if like some like minute gravitational force from the glass crystal floor almost kind of like holds you to it for a second, but not too terribly long, as you kind of manage to escape this very small gravitational force kind of binding you, and
No.
finally take off, kicking up some wind and taking off towards wherever you may be going. Sam is, unless there was anybody else going to explicitly sit in the cockpit, because speak now or forever hold your peace, because Sam is going to walk into the cockpit and kind of put his legs up on the dash.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's a-
Yes.
oh, that's a bad decision.
I'll sit in the cockpit with Aestus.
Okay.
That is a wise decision.
Yeah, I'll sit with her, play mediator.
I got you. So you will take the second seat, but nevertheless, Sam isn't going to sit down in the co-pilot chair because Cassio is there, but he is going to kind of open up the door to the cockpit and kind of stick his head and go, "Hey, fellas, I know it kind of goes without saying, but could you take me
I
to the
swear to
lowest
God, if you don't poke your head out right the fuck now, I will throw you out of this goddamn plane, helicopter, the fuck you want to call it. Get out.
Oh my god.
As fun as that sounds, there's too many people on here, and he kind of just starts sulking back to the almost like the I don't know the anatomy of a helicopter, but you know, like in
There's not a lot of room to be honest with you,
there's,
so I'm
like,
assuming it's
all
like a long
the
one.
sliding doors on the side that like people usually
can-
hop out of real quick.
You can have my seat. I'll just sit on the floor.
I'll
You
stand.
could sit on my lap.
I will not be doing that.
You could. You could have my seat.
I will be sitting on the floor.
No,
Are you two
okay.
just in the cockpit doing this, like having a
I'm in the corner.
Yeah. No.
courtesy
no,
off
you-
over the co-pilot chair?
Have my seat. It's
Jordan.
fine.
I know you
I'm
saw
on the
it.
floor.
Do it.
Crash the helicopter.
Please God.
What
no.
did Ozzy take the batteries? Did you keep them?
I definitely
still-
took things, yeah.
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah, the crystals from the portal machine. I imagine
I
that's
am
what you're
holding
talking
on to
about.
those.
You're
You saw me put them in my pocket, in fact.
Okay, I just couldn't remember if you actually like pocketed them when we left.
I did.
but to that I will say, Aestus, where is the pilot heading to now? You have the entirety of Twilight at your disposal. You at least saw in the horizon the Pulse District proper that you know is intact. You're unsure of any of the others.
When she gets up in the air, she's gonna kind of like take a moment to just like breathe, and then she's gonna look over at Cassio. Actually, where the fuck do we go now? She like sounds totally lost, like defeated almost. Like you can like actually visibly see her like feathers. Like before they were really kind of puffy on her. They kind of just deflate and she droops a little bit in her seat.
Let's just head to the Pulse District for now. See the carnage and figure out a game plan from there.
Yeah, sure, I guess. And she's gonna take off to the Pulse District.
Nice. It's not the longest trip in the world. Surprisingly, it's actually shorter than your trip out here. You're not really sure how that works, but about an hour and a half passes. And I imagine, do you just want to park on the outskirts or in Rex and Vex's ship-shaped shop, or do you want to try one of the places in the inner district of the city that previously, before Mr. Gunn was dethroned, required visas and business passes?
Probably the ship-shaped shop because the copter's still kind of damaged, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, like I know we fixed it up and everything, but like it's not gonna be perfectly fixed.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
well, nevertheless, that familiar kind of warehouse with a wide open ceiling for plenty of small starcraft and air and land vehicles. Oh, land vehicles coming from the side, but air vehicles kind of dropping straight in and finding enough room. You land proper. You see the familiar, kind of shaved, bleached blonde hair, kind of red hoodie flapping in the wind generated from your rotors of Rex Raider kind of walk up with his hands in his pockets, kind of putting one over his eyes to kind of shield from the wind. As those of you in the carrier section, kind of the two doors on the side slid open, see Rex Raider walk up and go, "What in the hell is going on out there?"
I'm still in the cockpit, so I don't really interact
Yeah.
right now.
This is for everybody but Cassio, Aestus, and Ozzy.
I guess. What, are we unloading now? We landed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Rex
guess,
Raider walked up and asked what the hell is going on out there.
I don't know, words are not computing. I'm assuming we all walk out one by one, and he will definitely
Yeah.
see Vinny carrying, Nisa.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Assuming that, I figure he does get out, as he just kind of takes a second to, oh,
Nah, Vinny should weekend at Bernie's Nisa.
No.
Out of game, actually hilarious. For sure.
In game, we're dying, we're crying, we're weeping.
Weeping, can't take this.
You'll find Forrest's
like-
new character.
taking a bit of a social cue.
Right.
He's just gonna go, "Look, I'm sorry. But that still something is happening out there. Do you know anything?"
Was this one of the guys related to Sai, like a part of his group? Or
No, it was not. This is just the guy who runs the shop that you've parked your well, Aestus and Nisa had their ships parked here before Mr. Gunn, basically during the end of his rule, pretty much repoed all of Rex and Vex's ships that they were parking and sold them to nearby planets on the Outer Rim. But then Mr. Gunn was dethroned, so Rex has his business again. But he was run out of it for a short time period by Mr. Gunn. But he is not associated with Sai or Mr. Gunn or Sterling. Or
That
Reese,
is insane.
the main four forces of...
Is
Oh.
just going to say we saved the day. Not without losses, but we saved the day. And now we need to do something about this. Gesturing obviously to Vincent and Nisa.
Kind of taking heed of that, and also what I'm pretty sure was Irenicus who said Aladdin Sane. Rex is just gonna kind of nod and go, well, I'll waive the parking fee this one time. Just don't let me get in your way, all right?
I am also going to, I guess, as we're getting off and leaving, take a moment to look Vincent in the eyes, and I am going to, in a way to where I mean it. I will just say, you're carrying her with you. You always will.
He just kind of looks down, literally holding her, but understanding what he means, and takes a real long breath and wipes away the tears that are starting to flow again that he was hoping would stop. I know. I just can't give up on that just yet.
Get off my fucking keyboard, bro.
How did it feel when
Over.
when part of you died? I'm
Ziggy.
wondering if it felt the same as mine.
Vincent just stares for a moment, and then he just, finding trouble finding the words, just walks away. He tries to head towards the charging port or somewhere generalized he can go.
That was not the time.
Overwhelmed, for sure.
Ziggy, did you hear what Ozzy said?
I heard him, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Just checking.
Oh, I heard him.
Vincent, as you walk forth and kind of just still carrying this body, there's a silence that hangs over you, even though kind of muffled in your ears, ringing, you can hear whispers, clamoring, people jogging or running down the street, talking about something. You can only imagine that it is discord and confusion over what has happened on the horizon. You said you want to head to the motel that you first stayed at with your friends on this adventure?
Yeah, without thinking, like, there's a lot of more reasonable places he can go,
Yeah.
but he needs at least even a fraction of comfort, and he just heads straight there without thinking to her bedroom, the one they kind of share every once in a while.
Okay. As you head into the lobby area, there is a warforged with a very, very cheap and torn up suit sitting at the receptionist desk, currently looking down at a data pad or something. The smell of abysmally cheap coffee coming from the Java machine in the corner as the warforged looks up and goes, "Oh, you're going to need to renew. Oh my goodness." And then immediately looks away. Kind of.
Yeah, he just keeps walking past him, not missing a stride.
As you find an empty room, you have several available. You walk in, and it is just you, a nightstand, a dingy twin-size mattress on some springs, little dresser in the corner.
He wants to just place her onto her bed, and he is going to remove the gun at her hip knowledge and place it off to her dressing stand, and then he'll take the unsheathed Manamune and put it into the corner of the room, and he will sit in a chair next to the bed holding her hand. And as he sits there, once again accepting the current state of things, he just cries, and Daydreamer manifests next to him, no longer the cartoonishly white cloud shape, but like a cloudy day with light rain, gray, and barely in an actual shape holding on to him around his shoulders. And Daydreamer doesn't make noise, doesn't speak, but there is a wilting sadness that seems to kind of echo from the wind chimes of the dreamcatcher in its face. And he just sits there, grieving, and in a small part of his mind, accepting.
Of course. Dreamcatchers, Vincent departs towards the motel where you started your adventure to rest and to process. But what of the rest of you? Any people who need rest? Any untied ends that you seek to find throughout this city? Any people you wish to speak to? Any deeds you wish to commit?
Really quick. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna sit out at my favorite spot in the Pulse District. That top area.
Can you remind me of where that is again? Or are you thinking about the Lodestar District?
Oh shit, I am thinking about the Lodestar District.
Yeah, the Lodestar District is the one that is the ship, and that you and Ozzy were at
Yeah,
the
this is
top
our
of
first
near the
first
arena.
town.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, this is your first town. Which, notably, is not Sam's home that he asked Asus to take him to, so when he hops off the ship, he's kind of just like, whatever, and just kind of puts his hands in his pockets and starts walking off.
Real as
Um,
fuck.
Resurrect this bitch!
Can I?
Yeah.
Is it like a shop where I can buy like I don't know if it's like a little pot or something to keep Nisa fresh in?
Oh my god, don't say fresh.
Fresh.
Actually physically hurts.
Who are you asking? Are you, like, looking around for medical professionals, cyberneticists, government officials, the black market?
God. No, let's go to the black market. That sounds like the place to.
That's the place.
That is
Okay,
the
I'll
place.
say,
Find it.
having been there a couple of times, even though they move and kind of transition between back alleys, I'll say an investigation check isn't really necessary, as you kind of walk past a couple of back alley corners and kind of slide across a dumpster, kind of having to hug the wall, as you hear the quiet clamoring and clinking of people kind of trading weapon parts and scrolls that definitely are not of the right spell, and things like that. As you see on one end, you see what looks to be a kind of like a dark-skinned, long-haired blind man, just kind of sitting on a carpet underneath a tent. You see off in the distance, about halfway down the block, a man with a very large black jacket, kind of just hanging it open with various vials and surgical tools inside, kind of almost like clipped onto his jacket. You see a man at a tent, seeming to be a construct of some sort, selling what look to be USB drives, promising that there are cantrips and spells stored inside. Looking around, you kind of ask one person to the other if they have any kind of pod, maybe a cryogenic pod, maybe a pod of medical preservation, or even one of those fabled pods that you've read in a book or two or seen in a movie that are full of some kind of strange regenerative fluid that they just let people float in. Like in Star Battles and Lizard Sphere X. Anyway, as you kind of ask around, nobody really seems to know what you're talking about or really be like, yeah, I definitely don't got any of that, buddy. Sorry.
Is it something that any of us know, like, if it exists? Like, are any of us familiar with that being a thing in this world?
Like cryopods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's definitely not the most outlandish thing, but that's more of like high military grade equipment or like on special like medical research center grounds. Although I will
It wouldn't be on
say,
Twilight, in all likelihood.
most likely not out here. Although I will say, yeah, why not? Ozzy, as you're
Yeah?
kind of walking around asking, the shady, you can't tell if it's like an android or a warforged that kind of really convincingly looks like an elf. You kind of like walk past them a second time and they go, "Hey buddy, I heard you're looking for a pod to put a body in."
What the fuck?
You heard correct.
Well, I don't have a pod, but do you have 200 ciphers that you were willing to maybe depart with?
Probably.
Kind of puts a finger on his chin. Well, I think in return for those 200 hypothetical ciphers, I could maybe impart with you a little spell that I have just in my reservoirs, just for a case like this.
What spell?
Just a little something called Gentle Repose.
This sounds familiar to me.
I will say, make an Arcana check.
You got this, Ozzy.
We believe in you.
Had to get up from a bed.
Always. Ooh, comfy gaming. Oh God, yeah! Look at that roll.
I will say, especially since this is a wizard spell, I know you're not one, but you have rogue levels, which means you could technically take wizard spells one day. Anyway, you have definitely heard of the spell Gentle Repose before, especially since.
Wait, did you say gentle repose on purpose?
No, sorry, repose.
Sorry, I was like, he's gaslighting you.
No, my fault. It's,
He's
sorry,
lying!
that is a Jordan issue. The spell
Okay.
Gentle Repose.
Okay.
Okay, so the spell Gentle Repose, it is not a permanent effect, but it does last a while. It explicitly is a spell for the purpose of preserving corpses and not letting them decay or be turned into undead. It also, because you rolled above a 20, you would know that it extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead.
By how much? Oh, well, I guess I'm not there.
How long
now.
does this spell last? Or like, how does it work per se? Does it like shrink them down? Does it like just preserve their corpse and we just kind of
It does
lug
not
it
shrink them
around?
down. You would know that it basically just targets a corpse, and the corpse stays as it is. It stays the same
Okay.
size, the same status. It just is protected from decaying, from being turned undead, and also, basically from the time that you cast the spell, it basically, you know how all resurrection spells have a time limit? Like, the
Yeah.
corpse had to be this fresh or, like, only this old. It basically freezes, like, that point in time for the time limit. Like, hypothetically, if you, within 1 minute of Nisa dying, if you cast Gentle Repose on her, then, like, 5
Okay.
days later, you could still cast Revivify on her. However, obviously, the Revivify window has closed, but there are other stronger spells out there.
On the same, unrelated topic, could we, so is there a way to e-transfer, ciphers around?
Me?
I think we've done that before.
Have we? Have we
Like
A
It's
credit
e-transferred
card
ciphers?
system
In
or like a
in-game?
bank
Yeah, I was
account.
going to
Yeah,
say,
in-game.
normally they're, more often than not, they're either attached to like a little stick, like almost like a credit card, like almost like think like a PayPal card, or what is it, like a Visa gift card, where they're like preloaded, or it's connected to an account that you have. It's up to you which one you would have. That's kind of like, that's not the most important thing in the world. It's more so
Essentially,
just a
my
matter of
question
personal
is, if
preference.
I need to, can I beg one of my party members for more money because I in
Oh,
fact do not
absolutely.
have 200
Yeah,
ciphers.
I'm so broke.
I
Yeah,
in
no,
fact
if
have
you need a few more
130
ciphers, you can definitely consult the group chat and have one of them Rinmo you.
I think
Okay.
I
Crew
will in
chat, crew
fact.
chat.
I will in
Rinmo
fact,
is
because
crazy.
Aestus is still
Thank you.
holding my bag of holding. Also, bag of holding. You know, Jordan.
Also, bag of holding.
Gonna be,
Don't forget.
You're gonna
You
put
know what
the
I'm
corpse
thinking.
in the bag of the holding? Is that
you
what
be
you're doing?
going to the
Yeah.
black market anyways too. Is the cool thing. So you actually really should just have been with you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Aestus
Yeah, I guess we
can
can do this
show
together.
up later if yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Unless-
really care. She can be with or
I mean,
not.
Aestus, would you have gone with Ozzy? Would you have accompanied him? Ozzy, would you have allowed this?
I would have not
Yeah, I
turned
mean-
her away.
Okay.
Well, Aces
In that
wouldn't be
case-
going just to go with Ozzy. She has her own reasons.
I gotcha. In that case, Aestus is now here too.
Pops in
Oh, hi.
on scene. This spell is like a spell like scroll.
Yes.
I need to verify if it's real before.
Yuck.
Kill this guy.
Yeah, just kill this guy.
Throw
Take
up the
it.
scroll.
Fine. And he's just gonna like turn around and kind of bend over and just kind of, you're gonna hear like a rustling, some like crashing sounds, the screech of a cat before he finally gets up and just throws like basically this rolled up piece of paper kind of clamped with a couple of metal cinches on the sides at your face. I'm sure you know how to unlock simple little, you know, you twist it to the, yeah, you got it, as you kind of take off these metal clamps and unroll this rather archaic and dirty piece of paper. You swear there's a little bit of a blood smear on it, but from that 24 Arcana, I mean, yeah, this looks
Is this the real deal?
looks like a scroll.
I guess
of Gentle
I'll
Arcana.
look at from the scroll to Aestus, give her like a curt nod, and in her head, it's real. I don't have enough. Spare 61 gold, or ciphers.
It's okay.
She kind of like looks at you and looks kind of away, and then she responds back to your head. I only got like nothing.
What do you mean you have nothing? Has Ziggy not been sending you money?
No, he has not.
What
He
do you
owes me.
mean?
He
A lot
definitely
of money.
has.
You have
I'm done
everything.
paying you.
You have everything I ever had.
No, you're not, Ziggy. You
Yes,
owe
I
a lot of
totally
money.
am.
Bro, do you
No,
not have
you
any
don't know.
ciphers?
No, okay, above table, she used all of them to upgrade her sword.
Oh my god! I thought asking you because I figured you were the richest!
I was, and then I used all that money to upgrade my sword.
Oh!
I'm weak.
And to give me money.
God, this, who else do I
Already
feel
broke
like...
the shit.
I, in fact, okay, my next option of begging, I will open up my phone and text Cassio. Do you have 61 ciphers?
I might have that much.
Please.
I'm a
it's
wizard.
for
I love
Nisa.
spell scrolls.
True, you could learn this spell.
This is true.
What?
Anyways,
Casio,
can
do you send 61 to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do you send me money? I said
Mm.
please.
Trade me something.
For Nisa? I in fact texted you please. It's for Nisa.
It's for okay. You owe me a favor
For
earlier.
our dead homie.
Fine.
What's a dead homie, bro?
He responds, period. Fine, period.
He sends him exactly 61 and a smile.
Okay. I now have 200 ciphers.
201.
Somewhere out there,
Like that?
Sterling's just like, I raised him well.
You take tap.
You asked this to the guy?
Yeah.
Tax it. No, sorry.
I got your money.
Ah, excellent. In that case, I believe we are done here. Ta-ta. Unless we're not.
I'm done.
Okay, ta-ta.
Unless okay.
Oh,
I looked at
unless.
Asus. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
I don't
okay,
need
then
it.
yes, ta-ta. Aestus, what about you?
Ace kinda
This motherfucker
be
broke.
up to that point. Fuck you.
I ain't broke. I just didn't want to give it.
I'm
Fuck
now
you.
out of gold ciphers.
First off, Ace is, right as this is happening, by the way, is gonna text Ziggy and be like, "Where the fuck is my money?" And she can put an angry emoji after it.
I think I will head back so Ace just can continue her business.
Yeah. Aces does have a reason for being over here. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
could not,
Playing the
you could
crickets.
not.
Does Vicky not respond back?
Ghosted. To crickets,
Quite-
yeah!
Question: Does this spell have like a time limit of how long it preserves the corpse?
Yes.
5 days, right?
5
10
days? 10 days?
10 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So for 10 days, it basically freezes the timer on any resurrection spells.
Can
The
you
target cannot be. Yeah, I got you.
Can you cast it multiple times on the corpse?
You can. Obviously, casting a scroll,
Uses it.
yeah, it burns up the
Yeah,
scroll.
yeah.
But you could
Basically,
copy it
I was
into a
just
wizard.
knowing on whether or not my next steps were, because I know in fact I know a wizard, so.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, this spell can be recast on the same corpse.
Okay, that's all I needed to know, essentially.
Yeah.
Since Ziggy doesn't respond, Aces is gonna send another message. And by the way, she's gonna give Ozzy back the bag.
Can you send Ziggy a message?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't comedic silence.
No.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Shit might have
She
cut out.
literally
What did you
texted
say?
you. Oh, she said, "Where the fuck is my money?" and put an angry emoji.
I'm just gonna send you the history of our transactions back.
I'm crying.
And she's gonna reply back, "You've accrued interest."
Oh.
I'm not
Okay,
responding.
Nami.
You not responding? Oh, she's immediately gonna be like, "Don't worry, I can sell your eye as well instead."
Oh my god.
Sometimes the TPK ain't even a TPK. Sometimes it's the party.
The TPK is coming from within the house.
The
It's
TPK
crazy
was
in
the
the
friends
house.
we made along the way.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course. But nevertheless, Aestus, you get a sassy, hostile silence at your latest angry text. You're standing in the middle of a black market, kind of awkwardly having people walk around you. What is your next move?
She's actually gonna look for her swordsmith friend, whose name I cannot for the life of me remember.
It's okay. His name was Kul Wahad. And
I'm
he
gonna
is
write this
actually
down.
here. Ozzy walked
I know
past
I
him.
heard that. Yeah.
I could put it in Roll20 chat if you want.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna spell it how it sounds in my head.
Ooh-ha.
Kul Wahad. Well, I know how to spell it, so we're good. Regardless, he is here. Similar to last time, he's kind of just sitting on a quilt, kind of underneath a tent.
She's going to approach him, and like for a brief moment, like hesitate, and then say, "I don't have anything really to do here, but do you mind if I sit with you for just a little bit?"
Yes, of course. Join me if you would please. And he kind of scoots a little to his right, opening up some quilt space on the left.
Excellent. She's gonna take a seat. Also, you said we're like under a little tent thingy, right?
Yeah.
For
Think
thematic
like
effect.
like a bazaar tent, you know?
Okay. For thematic effect, can it start raining?
This is like a rain type of night.
Cold weather is
Maybe
a way
the-
too high level spell for you.
So here's the thing. As much as I hate saying no to vibes-based stuff like this, it doesn't really rain much on Twilight because there isn't a lot of water to evaporate. I'll roll a
That's
D100
fair.
for it in case there just happens to be one lone.
Maybe there's clouds in
cloud.
the sky.
That's not
That's
a D100.
crazy.
It don't rain for Nisa.
Sometimes it's just
That was not
a clear
Oh.
sky,
Yeah.
like it's almost any other day.
Yeah.
This
Good,
hurt.
good job, Forrest. That was the meme I was just gonna put out. No,
I will say-
I hate when it rains.
6, 7.
It is.
No rain, just heart.
Yes,
I will
sir.
say, while it is not raining, due to the change of the environment a long ways around the Pulse District into the dark side and how much that land has flattened, I will say it is particularly the wind is moody today. Like it's howling.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the thematics. reading some sad vibes.
Yeah.
She's actually really just not gonna say anything. She's just gonna sit in like contemplative silence with him for
He
right
will not
now.
say a word until prompted. In fact, you
Um,
can't even really tell if he's awake because his eyes are closed.
well, he's blind anyways, Jordan.
I know. I just meant he's so still and calm and contemplative that you can't even really tell what he's doing.
That's
My fault.
that's fair.
Hold up.
After a few moments, finally she's gonna like start pulling out. She's gonna pull out her sword and she's gonna start kind of just cleaning it and polishing it. And then finally, I feel like they've been sitting in silence for a while. She's gonna quietly say, "How do you deal with losing someone important that led you?"
In our lines of work, loss is all but guaranteed. I fought in wars in my time on behalf of people who did not even know who I truly was. I lost people I didn't know, people I knew, who I loved. Some of them died fighting, others got caught by surprise. But to hold any one death over the other is a disgrace to both. I am not going to ask of the circumstances of how this person you are speaking of died, for it does not matter. I personally believe that trying to find the meaning in the deaths of those who die fighting alongside us can at times defile their memories. We are still here. Sometimes that is all we can work with. But know this.
Oh, sorry, just kidding.
No, you're good. I did do a dramatic pause.
Pause
If
for
you are alive, and you love this person, and you fight for what they fight for, as long as you are breathing, loving, remembering, they are not truly dead.
Aces is gonna kind of like, as she's sitting there listening to this, she has her head kind of like bowed down a little bit again. She's slowly just polishing the hilt of her sword. And I feel like you would allow this at least, because the Via Raw run very, very hot.
Of course.
She starts crying, and as the tears hit the hilt of her sword, steam rises off of them.
Of course.
And for just a few moments, she's just quietly crying, finally. And finally, she lets her tears dry. And she doesn't look over at him, but she just quietly says, "Thank you." And then she's just going to sit back in silence again.
Of course. How long do you sit there?
What time is it right now?
I'd say right now it's definitely getting into like dusk.
Okay. And I can't remember off the top of my head. We have a place that's like paid for, right? Like rooming wise.
Charging port.
At the charging port, the receptionist did try to warn Vincent that he was going to have to renew it because you guys put down 2 weeks of down payment, but that was basically at the start of your adventure, which was a month ago, and you've been gone for a while. However, the Warforged receptionist recognized that Vincent was carrying somebody that had been staying with him, dead, and decided to not really mess with that right now.
That's fair. I
It was
would
smart.
assume
Like, pay
seeing a
it
dead
later.
body being brought in.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would make the most sense. Well, I don't know if this next part's gonna work then. Would Vincent have renewed it at some point, or?
Not at the top of his priority list, but
like,
when
not
things
that
start to get grounded for him, if no one else does, I'm sure he'll be responsible enough.
Okay, great. Because
I mean,
I don't want to do this next. I don't want this next part like it not be an option. She's gonna kind of like look over at him as like it gets later into the night and like shops are starting to close down and everything. And say, I just kind of offer to him. I don't really know where you stay, but if you want to, you can maybe stay in my room for the night, somewhere safe and
My
comfortable.
God.
Just
Oh,
as-
she needs
I don't know.
comfort.
Are you saying
Proposition.
that Kul Wahad?
Proposition it, yes. I'm like trying to be like, she's like trying to be nice to him, like as in like, thank you, like I just want to offer this to you. If you
That
if you
nigga
want
is
kind
to.
of
rich.
He kind of just like nods, but puts his hand up in a clearly like, no thank you gesture.
I'm not into birds.
She just, oh fuck
Crazy.
off, Forrest. Don't like that. She like sees him as like a guiding figure for all of y'all.
Mhm.
I was gonna say he's definitely like twice her age, also.
Yeah, like
She's
it's
into
not
what
like
she's
that.
into. I'm not judging.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not.
A heart love with
Yeah,
a
I'm
heart
not.
love.
I'm just saying you're inviting an old man to come spend the night in your room. There's only
Well, no,
fewer
she's
words
gonna
that can be
give
more
him
So
clear than
though.
few
that.
He
options
wasn't
that come with
staying
that.
there
Yeah.
too.
Well,
Like,
okay.
he wasn't
Also, you're gonna have
staying
to
there.
tell him to get in line.
Also
Aestus,
just clueless.
you're also gonna have to tell him to get in line because Aestus has groups, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Ooh.
Ace has got a followers count. Like she has options, okay?
Follower.
Okay.
She's
Uh,
popping
Alright,
off
girl.
on. She's popping off on Rinstagram.
Yeah.
Instagram.
She's
Instagram.
it's
Rinse
the
a
equivalent
model.
of the she's this world's Huntrix.
Influencer.
You're,
She's got the style and the songs.
you're not Huntrix quite yet. You're getting there, but I will say.
Like we're getting there.
Mm,
I like
Okay,
I like
okay,
my
you're getting
Sasha
there.
voice starting
The
out.
vibes are
Serving
accumulating.
countries.
Case in point, as you get up and kind of offer him a roof over his head and he politely declines, do you leave for the charging port to meet up with your friends?
Yes, she is going to pour him a cup of hot coffee though, just as a last thank you parting gift before she leaves.
He'll just kind of nod, and after you said thank you earlier, he'll just Hadan wasalan as you head off.
Do I know what this means?
Nope. Actually, CD, can you fact
Great.
check me on that?
Ooh, he
Said
said
what?
some real words from our world.
Oh, he said some real words.
I was trying to say you're welcome in Arabic.
What'd
Oh,
you say?
that's great.
I said Alan wasalan.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Alright, cool.
All right, base
What's
Jordan. I see you.
Aww,
Goated.
he
That was
loves
pretty sweet.
you.
It's pretty sick.
Forrest, it does not mean that!
Your name is Kul Wahad.
Honestly, it's City. He could just be lying. It probably
Yeah.
does. mean
True. He was like, yeah, whatever. That sounds great.
that. Shut up, Whitey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's gonna
It means
head
like
back
peace, basically.
Yeah.
the charging port, so she can just go to bed and just do this.
Of course. What about...
What I posted in the chat.
And what of Cassio, Raven, and Irenicus?
I don't know. I'm tinkering.
That's fair.
Raven
You
here.
have... Your party has quite a few magic items for you to be messing around with, or even if you just want to be working on your own personal project. What about you, Cassio? Are you just heading back to the charging port with your friends, or are there any loose ends you need to tie up, or any people you need to check in on, or do you just want to kind of take
No,
it
there's
yourself?
no one. He's headed back with a group. Cassio doesn't really like being by himself. And now is difficult. He's kind of like silent and mute because he's reflecting on like he chose this person to follow over his family, and
Now
that's
they're dead.
now they're gone, and so he's having a hard time coming to terms with trying to like figure what motive and what would drive him forward after that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like he's just blindly following where the herd goes.
Just kind of keeping your head down.
Yeah.
Head in the clouds, really, just in your own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of trail back to the charging port, far behind Vincent, behind Irenicus, behind Raven. Ozzy and Aestus catch up later. Ziggy there too, of course.
Yeah. I guess by the time cause I went to go get the our fucking animal friend, but after getting them, I'm just gonna go straight back to the charging port, and I'm just gonna be clean doing push-ups in the lobby.
Okay, so
I'd
you
like
said you want to go
to-
check on the bioengineered chimera.
I'm gonna bring it with me. Like, I'm gonna take it back.
Okay. I will say, kind of going to where you knew to be the original hiding spot of the old home of Sai Sato and, well, all of the other ex-security detail for Mr. Gunn. You just see, kind of behind a door with a lot of scratch and claw marks on it, the Chimera kind of walk up and nibble at your knee and lick your calf. As you see, a few slabs of what you can assume to be some kind of maybe steak flanks or some other nebulous kind of meat, just kind of like piled up neatly on a plate. Most of them kind of gnawed at and eaten away, but kind of rationed out, as well as a very large bowl of clean water that's about halfway empty. But otherwise, the room being quite empty. You actually see a couple of like chairs that have been left behind that have like that basically look like the legs have been almost completely eaten away and gnawed at from the sides.
I'm going to look, seeing that the lunar chimera is okay. I'm going to give it a hug,
Ooh.
a really, really tight hug. And sort of like start to cry just to the lunar chimera.
It just sits there and kind of puts its butt on the ground, and it kind of vibrates. You can't tell if it's like purring the way that a cat would, or as if this is some kind of reaction, but either way, it just sits there patiently. Kind of occasionally like licking your ear and your hair, kind of making it stick up a bit.
And when I'm done, I'm just going to like gesture for it to follow and head back to the charging port.
Ooh. And it'll kind of like pace behind you and walk off.
And then when I get to the charging port, I'm just gonna clean be doing push-ups.
Can I do
Okay.
something as well?
Absolutely. What is it? Oz?
After I've gotten the scroll, I would like to head over to Irenicus, knock on his door.
It opens or come in.
I need you. And I'll like
For
hold out and like the scroll. I need you to put this in your book.
it's not. What is it?
So, what's the name of the spell again, Jordan?
Gentle repose.
Gentle repose. For Nisa.
I'll reach out my hand for it.
He'll hand it over, but almost like hesitantly.
I'm gonna read it,
Fine.
and then, well, I have to read it to put it in the spellbook, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How long would it take you to
I
do...
believe it takes 2 hours because it's a second level spell.
Okay.
Question mark?
It takes 4 hours because it is 2 hours
4
per
hours.
level. Yeah,
2
so
hours
it takes
per
4
level.
hours,
Got
and
it.
it costs 100 ciphers worth of resources to be able to do it. I say specifically
Got it.
resources because normally it's like spell ink and stuff like that, but you know, we're in the future, baby. You can flavor it however you want.
Yeah.
I've
the
canonically
future.
I've already
Coin.
canonized that spells can be stored in USBs and stuff. So
Yes, sir.
Anyways, when
up
you're
to you.
done, you know where Nisa will be, and Ozzy will head out of your room for making one more stop for the evening.
Of course. Where would you like to go next? I'll get to Arenicus
I'd like-
in a minute.
Yeah.
I'd like to knock on Vincent's door.
There's a long pause, but you hear a chair kind of scoot back and some steps, and it opens, and you see, and in the same ragged state he's been in, he puts up quite the sad attempt of a smile. Ozzy.
May I come in?
He opens the door all the way and steps to the side.
Okay. I'll let myself in and then just stand across the room. I know it's not much, but Arenicus is copying down a scroll to help preserve her. At least for the time being. Every 10 days or so we can keep casting it until we can find a way for someone to revivify her or some other spell. He clearly looks uncomfortable. Is she or it's okay to be sad. I'm sorry this happened.
Thank you, Ozzy. You have no idea what your words mean to me. I've been trying hard to imagine the two paths before us. And it's just so hard to let her go. But also even sadder to chase after the space she left for us. And though we live in such a magical and powerful world where her life could be again, I'm just scared I'm gonna lose myself and make you all follow, chasing after a ghost. And I'm also even more afraid at what Nisa will say if we did it. She was a one-life kind of girl. She gave everything she had towards everything she went for. I don't know. But your efforts, I appreciate them, and they will be used.
If there's one thing I can say, even though me and Nisa might not have always been on the best of terms, she definitely had a spark for life. It's hard to imagine she'll let death keep her down. All this to say is, you don't have to stop trying. You don't have to let go. There's things to be done. There are things that we can do. Even if she died, we can fix that. We can always fix things that are broken. She's a princess, right? She's important, at least in social standing.
Extremely.
There's at least so many people who would be willing to help, at least help her come back. If not her family, then others who love the royal system, who love their royal family. I just think there are things we can do We don't have to let dogs die. I think we should head to your home planet.
Vincent's gonna walk up to Ozzy and just hug him, not giving a chance. Yes, he knows that this would not be the most welcome, but he holds him and he just whispers to him, "Thank you, Ozzy. I know you are trying, and it means the
Sorry.
world to me."
I'm so sorry it had to be this way. And he will, actually, slowly and hesitantly, but he will respond with a hug as well.
Vincent will, after a bit, release the hug and stand up, removing his broken visors and wipe off the dirty stream of tears. And for the first time, there seems to be a genuine smile on his face as he looks down at you and then back at Nisa. "You're right. I'll focus on the things we can do and still need to be done. And along the way, we'll fix things. Thank you."
He'll give you like a curt nod, and almost like it's like playing with his hands, not sure what to do them before saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and then he'll just leave your room.
He'll raise his hand to try to stop him, but he stops and lets him go.
Ozzy and Vincent, if neither of you have one yet, as well as Aestus, I'll say all three of you get a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh god. These niggas have been cooking.
True. Also, Ziggy get one too.
Real.
What does that crackhead do?
You're
already-
this hater.
I'm not gonna lie.
He went to
Y'all
go
motherfuckers-
get the dog.
He needed to cry with his dog. Let him be.
Cry with the dog.
The RP tonight has been.
I didn't get my money.
The
But I
RP
will
has
say-
been
Plans.
insane, dog.
I had things planned.
I will say with that, one by one, do you guys begin to lay your heads to rest for the night?
Oh God, please.
Well, in 4 hours, I'm about to pull up to
Yes.
Vincent's room, so.
As
I was
you
going to
say.
say, Arenicus, do you have the 100 ciphers?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. In that case, you can unequivocally take this time to copy this spell down and to memorize and master it, to trace its arcane properties from one device to another.
Ooh,
And to that I will say,
real
Arenicus. Yeah, what's up?
quick, I don't think it matters for this spell, but for. Are we using 2024 or 2014?
We're using 2024.
Okay. I don't think it matters for Gentle Repose, but. Because I pulled them both up and they look the same.
Okay.
Oh, wait. What was that pop up?
Should be the same. Or, I actually don't know. I only looked at the 2024 version, but
I'll lay my
ideally I would like to use the 2024
Ta-da-da.
versions of all spells from here on out.
Oh, I need to
Especially
switch
since
to
most
the
of them are kind
updated
of like-
character sheet to pull that. I'm just gonna pull the 2024 one in, and I'll deal with updating the character sheet later, I guess. Or the 2014 one.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I don't care. I think it's pretty sure it's the same spell. 10 days, touch it, raises time. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, one action or ritual, touch, duration 10 days, all the effects I laid out before. Cleric, Paladin,
Yep.
Wizard. But with that, 4 hours later, I imagine everyone's kind of in the process of laying their heads to rest if they can. Maybe something's keeping them up. But Arenicus,
I'm meditating because I don't sleep.
you sweat your rust, and finally, a simple transaction. A spell, a new one added to your repertoire.
Cool. Once I'm done, I will unceremoniously go and knock on Vincent's door.
Same sort of pause. Just takes a moment. Opens the door. Arenagus, is everything all right?
Ozzy gave me a spell to cast.
Oh. Right.
Is
right.
Nisa's corpse just like out?
Oh yeah, just laying on the bed. Now he's like really like
Did
set
you like
her
tuck
up
it in,
though.
or
Like no, for sure. Like she is
Okay,
laying in the bed. He's washed her face. Any of the dirt and grime on her. He didn't have it in him to take any of her like damaged clothes or anything, but like he just covered her up in the blanket, and you just see her face kind of from the bed under the covers. She looks extremely comfortable and unnervingly different between someone sleeping or dead.
So I'll go stand over top of her, put my hands out above her. This will take some time. But you follow Desna, yes?
I do.
And did Ozzy explain to you what this spell does?
I believe so. Every 10 days it keeps her from decaying, and sorry, I'm halfway there, but to an extent it's helping preserve her body, right?
Good enough, yes. I'm not going to pretend to understand what happens to a soul after the moment of death. I would like to find out. But I will be blunt with you. I do not care. I feel bad for you, but this means nothing to me. Whether she comes back or stays dead is entirely irrelevant to me. If it is in accordance with your wishes that I do this, I will. If your religion dictates that the dead should be left so, I will not.
The belief in Desna is a wide scope of beliefs, but at its core, an unfulfilled dream returns to the stars. But that does not mean that those dreams cannot be reobtained by another or the same person if brought back. It is not a disgrace or an ill deed to do what we at least hope to do. But that is, if left alone, the path that Desna will make.
I'll nod, and then just as... Like, this is going to take 10 minutes, right? That's a ritual?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't have it prepared because I haven't slept.
yeah.
Yeah, so over the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to sit there and do arcane stuff. And just kind of continue.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, because this is a... well, because, like, right, all my spells up until this point have been flavored as technology of some sort. This is distinctly not that.
Who says
This
it
is-
can't be?
Yeah, he says it can't be. I think it'd be kind of cool. A bunch of circuitry
Imagine like
looking
almost like
symbols.
holographic.
body
Like
with
you ever see
nanobots?
like they scan
Yeah.
over the hole? It's almost like piercing, or like a force field around the whole body.
True,
Yeah, that
but
would look
also,
cool.
this wasn't a USB stick, right? This was a genuine scroll.
Yeah. You
And
can, I don't know, maybe it
Yeah, I know I
visualizes
can
the
flavor it
atmosphere.
however I want. I could be
Yeah.
like, she gets
Yeah.
swarmed with robots and fucking
Right.
preserved.
Right. You tell us. You
Little
tell
metallic
us. No
shell.
harm.
Yeah, buddy.
But I think that this isn't that. This would probably be the closest thing to genuine magic, because you can see it. You're magical.
I'm a magic man. Yeah.
Whereas actual arcane energies, it's not. Nothing's whirring. The cogs in my chest aren't spinning faster. It's just my hands and faint traces of that arcane energy as I move through the steps of the ritual to cast it. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't know. Does Vincent say anything while I'm doing this?
No, he definitely wants you to work uninterrupted, for sure. You're doing a wonderful thing for him, and he refuses to take you off your game of that.
Okay.
But when he's done, he's got something.
Okay, so then I go through that for the 10 minutes.
Okay.
And as far as you can see, nothing's changed, right? Because she just stays the same. And I step back, and I go to leave.
Vincent stands up and says, "Wait. Irenicus.
Yes?
What you said before, someone would take harshly and consider cold. But I felt the warmth in your intent, and the kindness you showed me today, whether you care or not, means the world to me." And he'll reach his hand out for a handshake.
I'm not gonna reach out. I'm just gonna kind of stare at your hand. Oh fuck! 1 second. 1 second.
I was wondering if there was gonna be a butt there.
Yeah, it was hung for like a little too long. I was like,
No, I think
That's
that
it?
works. It's like that awkward silence is really fucking kind of on point.
I mean,
yeah.
I got two things going for me here. I got that.
You have difficult processing
Oh,
your own
shit.
emotion instead of those of others
And
as
I
a
got a
roll.
-1 to crit.
That is completely fair.
Hilarious.
Anything else,
So-
Irenicus?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at it for a moment. Don't assign merit to my actions. I don't want you to think that I'm something or someone to you that I am not. This is
Whoa.
transactional. I don't mean this to be callous, but I am who and what I am. And I don't want you to think or expect other of me. My goal is to still get off of this moon. Nisa was my goal. She was my ticket off. If that is no longer the case, then I will find another way. If by staying with her crew, my goals can be achieved, I will do so. And then
We told you we would take you. Your dream is to get where you need to be. I'll make sure of that. But I need you to understand something. You may have an idea of yourself, and you may have boundaries for how you wish to be perceived. But that's what's beautiful about the transaction of friendship. You don't get to choose how I feel about you. And I appreciate your actions regardless. Good evening, Irenicus. And thank you again.
without a word, I'll turn and leave.
Kind of based. So, any further nightly activities for anyone? Or as the long day kind of weighs down on you emotionally and physically, having fought for your lives, having traversed through the caves of the Underdark, having traveled to and fro the dark side of the moon, to finally lay your weary heads to rest. Ideally for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Please
At least
God.
Where's Ziggy?
Ziggy's meditating.
I'm
Like-
just doing push-ups.
But like in the room, or do we still have the same like
Yeah.
rooming situation?
You
I
can.
didn't
It's
really
relatively
bother.
empty here.
I got a room, but I didn't really bother, I guess, like, staying in it. I'm just in the lobby.
Just
Like
meditating in the
receptionist
lobby?
area or in one of the
Doing
hallways?
push-ups in the lobby.
One of the hallways.
Nice.
Could you give me like a time of night, like what the sky's like out? Like how dark is it?
It's definitely dark outside. The faint glow of the phlogiston kind of serves as visibility, almost like it's like a think like an aurora borealis with maybe like 10% opacity. That's just kind of how the night sky is permanently here in Ex Nihilo. Also, I'll say Arenicus and Ozzy, you guys kind of had to awkwardly shift around Ziggy to get to and from your rooms and Vincent's.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
So can I?
Yeah, what's up?
On the way back, Ziggy's just doing push-ups, I guess, when I'm leaving Vincent's room.
I am
Yeah.
just doing push-ups.
Do you look sad?
You can't really read me right now.
I can't really read anybody, so unless you're like actively crying.
Truth nuke.
You'd probably feel
I-
the vibe. Like, I definitely don't look like Ziggy. Don't look like his usual. Well, I guess really since the fight, he hasn't looked like his normal manic self.
I'm gonna stop and look at you while you're doing push-ups, and I'm gonna tilt my head to the side. Your brother died.
My brother did die.
You don't seem as affected as the others are over Nisa.
I'm devastated, yes. I just don't see the point in showing it anymore. It's like, well, it's not like a part of me died, literally.
Literally.
We were conjoined. We shared a heart. We were born back to back. So, it is a part of me that died, but it doesn't feel like the right thing to do. Be grief-stricken. I've decided to
Harbor
just let
resentment?
it- No. The vengeance that I carried with me, that I still carry with me for Keter, that's not helpful to the universe. So I can't harbor resentment. My mother's vengeance, literally. And I don't want her to have that kind of control over me.
Figuratively.
Literally. Vengeance is my mother.
Jordan,
Yeah.
are concepts such as this usually personified? Like, is that like a normal thing to hear?
Make a religion check. I will say you're not completely unfamiliar with the concept that, yes, as far as things in this world go that kind of bind themselves to certain metaphysical ideas, ideals, beliefs, feelings, the gods do that, or at least the followers of gods believe that they do and therefore abide by certain tenets.
Interesting.
I've chosen to let go of my brother and my body and my mind. I'm not going to be that person.
You're a curious one, Ziggy.
We are a curious one, yes.
If I had facial expressions, I would be so confused right now. Yeah, just play the MP3 of the fucking that noise.
The home improvement grunt? Hell yeah.
Right? Damn, that motherfucker.
But Ziggy returns to his push-ups.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
guess.
rest, Irenicus?
Yeah,
pushing
I'm
upwards.
going to bed. I'm changing out my spells.
Okay. What have you?
If I pass anybody else, I'm gonna tell them to watch Ziggy, like just
I gotcha.
in general. But if not, I don't care.
Cassio, I believe you said something earlier as well. You were asking about the night sky.
Yeah, I did. Cassio spent the night so far just kind of pacing, looking for a sign, but nothing
Oh,
has
like
come.
outside, like at night.
Yeah, he's been like looking at the sky, but nothing is, not even like a star has twinkled, or nothing is, there's no movement. It's kind of just still, and so it's a little too uncomfortable. So
Bro,
he's
the stars for answers.
yeah, he's made his way to Vincent's room. And he's standing there a little uncomfortably long before he knocks. And he knocks.
A third time, chair scoots
Poor
back,
Vincent.
and he opens the door. Oh, hey, how's it going? And he kind of opens it up for you.
There's a scary looking darkness to Cassio's face after the doors opened, and he's concentrating a little too hard. And he's obviously been looking for an answer or companionship for guidance, but he says, "Can I stay with you?"
Vincent smiles and says, "I'm so glad you asked. I was becoming extremely lonely, and though many have visited me tonight, I've been so desperate to ask them to stay. I'm so glad you asked. Please." And he kind of just steps in to close the door and grabs out of the closet some extra blankets and pillows and kind of sets you up with something.
Are you now standing or sitting, or have you like gotten yourself comfortable again?
He'll make sure that you have like a place to sit, but he will just sit back into the chair and just kind of cross his or lace his fingers together, kind of tilted forward, still in the same space as you, but still hesitant to cut the cord of being as close as possible to Nisa without actually laying with her.
Vincent, do you I don't know how to. When we lost someone, we would fight it out. We'd throw hands, we'd get bloody, and I'm not angry, but I don't know what to do with myself. Do you pray?
Every day.
Could you show me?
He gets from the chair and gets onto his knees next to you. It doesn't matter who you're praying to, but it helps when you have an idea. I chose Desna, and there's a part of me that believes she's chosen me, but she has been the one I put my intent to. And you have to understand one thing when you go into this. This isn't like making a wish. It's more of just putting your hope into something greater. Something that will stoke the flames of your heart once again. Because at the end of the day, it's almost always going to be our choices, our decisions. But the prayer, heard or not, it does help. So when you pray, just make sure to be as unfiltered and as honest as possible. Don't hold back. Say what you mean. Say what you want. And whether it's Desna or any other god listening, they may even be gracious enough to give you a sign. But if they don't, take that moment of honesty, hear your own words, and go forward knowing you want change so that you can change it. You don't have to do it out loud, but I'll sit with you while you do it.
Cassio puts his hands to his chest. There's a large, like, gripping feeling for him, and he started crying, and not quite sure what in Vincent's words would or where to start, so he just kind of collapses on him, weeping silently.
Vincent holds him and says his own little prayer. Desna, please watch over us, as our path has become extremely difficult without our loved Nisa. But as many today have spoken, our path is not over, and all we merely need is the strength to go on, as Nisa would have wanted. We shall continue to pave our paths forward so our dreams will be fulfilled, and we can smile upon you when our time comes to an end.
in this silence in the room, some metaphysical warmth takes hold within your two hearts. A faint, gentle, crisp breeze from a nearby window that somehow had been left open a crack, unbeknownst to you, bristles your hair for a moment and kind of almost like wakes you from a half sleep of contemplation and muddled thought. While it is deep into the night, and while it is most certainly time for rest, you can't help but feel that whatever scent is carried on this wind, whatever chill it brought that made your hairs raise a bit and you kind of wake, it feels as if, maybe not right now, but when you are ready, it is a call to step out once more. A reminder that you are not finished. But for now, it is just you two. And everyone else going to sleep in their rooms. As the night comes to a close, Cassio, do you stay here with Vincent? He got a couple of blankets out after all.
Yeah.
The two of you settle in. And the night falls deeper and deeper. As however long it takes you, you eventually come to find your eyes getting a bit too heavy. For one by one, dream catchers you wake, the faintest of sun kind of rays shining through, windows with not nearly thick enough curtains. You can see a bit of dust hanging in the air from the rays. It is a calm, silent morning as dawn lands upon this moon. All the people of the city having survived for a new day, thanks to all of you. One by one, you rouse and stretch and wake. Ziggy, did you stay in the hallway?
What was that?
I was asking if you stayed in the hallway all night.
I did stay in the hallway all night.
Okay. In that case, I will say through the end of, especially because you only needed a 4-hour trance, you notice in your waking hours, on the far end of the hallway, the faintest of trickling rays of sun kind of catch through the mirror and reveal some hanging dust in the air as you realize it is now morning. As do all of the rest of you.
I'm not gonna wake anyone up, but I am going to sit, I guess, in the lobby area where we usually meet and discuss, and I'm just going to wait for people there.
Okay. The Warforged sitting at the receptionist desk in a very cheap, thrifted, ill-fitting suit seems to be in some sort of stasis. The flickering lights that make up their eyes and kind of facial structure seem to be off as you wait for all of the others. Do the rest of you wake and pull yourselves out of bed?
Yeah, Vincent will wake, and there'll be a moment of almost like forgetting how horrible the day was before. And he'll kind of stretch and see Cassio still sleeping. He'll head to take a shower real quick and
I gotcha.
kind of spruce himself up. And when he's done, and he walks back into the room seeing Nisa, he'll take one long deep breath and steel himself and nod and get to his knee and wake Cassio.
Cassio
Hey, buddy.
waits for the start.
Hey, good morning. I think it'd be best for us to go get some breakfast. Maybe walk around, see how things are going, and get with everybody.
He nods almost too long, and then he pulls Vincent in for a big long hug, just to hold him there for a moment.
Vincent welcomes and embraces Cassio warmly. And he'll whisper to him, "I'm so glad we met, and I'm honored to call you a friend. Let's get through this together."
We're family now. We will get through this.
He laughs to himself. Yes, of course. Family. And he'll just have the largest Vincent smile he can give and reach his hand up to get you up to start the morning.
Oh, also, I said it a bit early last night. To anybody that I haven't already awarded a point of inspiration to, go ahead and get one, because literally all of you pitched in on that whole shebang.
Oh, God.
I think I gave it to like 3 or 4 people, but
Oh my god.
Oh,
I already have
God.
yeah. But with that, Cassio, you are helped to your feet by Vincent, and the day is yours. One by one, Aestus, Arenicus, Ozzy, all of you feel the faintest of warmth from the rays of sun kind of shining through a window with not nearly thick enough curtains. Kind of almost stir you.
I'd like to go back to Vincent's room, and knock on the door again.
Depending on the time, if we could like blend it to the perfect
It'll be-
time that
Yeah, it'll be like
You
after
can blend
you
it to
and
the perfect time.
Yeah.
perfect. We're just opening the door and a bit of a startle. Oh,
Oh.
Ozzy. What's up, buddy? Good morning.
I came. Well, I know it's not ideal to transport her around so loosely, so I'm hoping I can make it work in this. He's holding out his bag of holding. I'd like to see if I can. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, there's a moment of like he still sees her as like a person clearly, and he has to shake away those knee-jerk reactions of how dare yous or what kind of thought is that, and he nods his head and says, "Yeah, no, I think that will help us tremendously. Yeah, no, of course." And he'll turn back around to grab Nisa. He'll reattach her Manamune to her, but he will keep her gun knowledge to his side, kind of buckled underneath his cloak or his jacket, and then he will assist getting her in.
As you safely store Nisa in a space where she will remain undisturbed and protected by the gentle repose, sheltered from the elements. Goes pretty smoothly.
Jordan, do we need to take her out of the bag every 10 days, or...
Probably. To
Yeah,
recast
probably.
spell,
Most
right?
likely.
I just don't know if, like,
Most likely.
if the lack of anything space-wise in the bag would do that.
I mean,
I don't know how it works.
True.
technically there
real
is
life.
oxygen in there.
Yeah, there is.
It's kind of
Oxygen.
like a pocket dimension. It's not like she's frozen in time in there or anything. It's just like she's in a little pocket dimension.
Got it.
So casting the spell, again, would still behoove you.
Theoretically, you
Right,
could just
'cause we
take
didn't
her
need to do it
hand
with
out.
Copernicus. We didn't need to do it with Copernicus because he wasn't dead.
Theoretically, probably, yeah.
Well, I'm saying you could
yeah.
probably just pop her hand out and just cast it on that, and that should cover the whole body.
Yeah, so if he reaches in, thinks of her, grabs her hand, and instead of pulling her all the way out, spends 10 minutes just casting it.
We'll cross that bridge when
Yeah,
we
yeah,
get
yeah.
there.
I was just checking.
He's
out.
right.
No, I
he's
gotcha.
right.
I figured this would be
Nevertheless,
easiest transporting.
Yeah, nevertheless,
no.
is there
Yes.
anyone in particular who is not choosing to wake up and stir to action, or
Yeah, me.
Wait!
Ruth New?
Shut up!
You dead?
That's cold.
Aestus, what about you?
She's gonna kind of like reluctantly start waking up, and so I'm yeah, you asked me this part. I was taking the trash out too. Damn. She actually, honestly, before she would have been like the first person probably to like be out. She actually hasn't left her room yet.
Okay.
Everybody else go get food together.
Well,
We're
the
all
process
heading
of
to the main area to do
feeding.
so.
Bro, my character's fasting still, so he's.
Yeah,
for
well,
the
I
first
don't
day
want
he's
you
Oh
to
really
be
yeah.
hungry.
Ziggy, by the way, now that we're on day 3 of this, go ahead and take a point of exhaustion for me, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Got him.
I was thinking about giving it to you before combat started, but I was like, nah, he's a monk. Not that high level of a monk, but still a monk.
No,
God.
gracious God.
I'm like roughly a mid-level monk.
Yeah. I mean, there will come a point where you just straight up don't need it anymore, but now is not that point. So here we are. But nevertheless, one by one, you guys are slowly convening. Aestus is not with you yet. Raven wakes up a bit sluggishly and joins along. I do not know of Irenicus.
I will. I will join the group for the first time ever in the
Let's
movie.
go! Yeah!
And then in that case, surprisingly, the last one to wake up, the only one not having convened with you guys yet, is the usual early bird caffeine addict, Aestus.
Has anyone heard from Aestus?
He asked me for money. That's it.
Raven just goes, he probably means something new, Ziggy.
Check her room.
Yeah. No, I'll run over real quick. And, Vincent's gonna jog over.
Oh, no, Vincent. I'll do that.
Oh, yeah, alright. And he'll just stop at his tracks and watch you run past.
As
I'll just-
Ziggy runs off, I'm gonna turn to the rest of them. One of you should probably talk to him.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Nisa's not the only person who died yesterday.
Right. And there's almost like a guilty sigh, not realizing this, and actually almost like that surprise of like the most unemotionally mature individual here having to remind us that we missed something of that importance. Holy shit, yeah. Thank you, Ericus. I'm glad you caught that.
He was doing push-ups in the lobby when I left your room.
I will say that's not the oddest thing, but for you to still clock it is more than enough.
I did ask directly.
Even
He
worse.
seems odd in a different way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
do
knock
roll
on
a D100?
his door like a cop.
like a hard aggressive knock.
Deuce, deuce, deuce. Let me in.
Okay.
Please open up.
A few seconds pass. Nothing.
Is the door open?
No.
Or is it unlocked? Excuse me.
Aestus, is it?
No, the door is definitely locked.
I guess I'm gonna shrug. And head back and just say, I think she's still asleep or doesn't want to see anyone right now. One of the two.
Hey, the eating area we all are alike. Can y'all see the front door from where they're at, Jordan? Or can they see the front door?
I'll say Ziggy went off to the side hall to knock on your door, but the rest are in the receptionist desk area.
Okay. Right as like Ziggy, I guess, comes back, Ace just like walks through the front door and like her feathers are kind of ruffled. She definitely has like a slight trickle of blood going down her nose. It looks kind of just like dreary as she like slumps in.
Aestus.
Hmm.
Good morning. You okay?
I'm fine. Where are we going today?
Well, breakfast would be great, but what matters do we have at our hands right now?
Kind of being approached by Aestus, you notice, like she said, there's a bit of like a dry path of something having trickled down a nostril of hers. And coming closer, you can see that one of her, like, almost like one of her cheekbones is a little swollen. And even from underneath the feathers, you can see a couple of, like, bruises.
Vincent will kind of like raise a hand to kind of like touch the bruise. You okay? Is this from yesterday?
She's gonna like almost like yank her head away, but then like forces herself to stay still and like actually kind of almost like leans into his hand and just sighs. No, it ain't. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. And she'll feel the gentle warmth of a cure wounds as his hand.
Oh, she will yank back as soon as she starts to feel that.
It's okay, because as you pull away, Daydreamer's hand echoes away like as an extension from his and heals your hand or your face. I'm sorry. It was kind of I can't help myself. I am sorry. I didn't mean to overstep.
You didn't overstep. It's fine. And she's gonna like her eyes kind of like water up just a little bit, and she like really quickly like brushes like just a hint away, and like just turns kind of slightly away so you can't like fully see her face. Anyway, we're breakfast, right? Food, yeah.
I think that'd be smart. But again, on the off chance there's something a little bit more pressing, do we want to try to get food along the way and check out the other districts or communicate with anyone that might know what's going on? It's been killing me at the idea of Psy, and I don't know if it's our place or if it's needed to tell his crew. I was hoping you guys had thoughts on that.
Maybe we could reach out to Rio.
I think the best thing we could do for Twilight is get the fuck out. Honestly.
I'd agree to that.
Baby!
Baby.
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 I can't say I disagree. I genuinely believe leaving, though it feels like I'm just running away from our problems collectively, but it does seem like the right move.
We ain't running away. We're just going somewhere different.
And since we're all here, what does that look like? I know a lot of you have dreams you've shared with us. I'm curious, which of those dreams should we chase after next?
It doesn't matter to me. We're going to finish them all eventually.
And we're gonna do them together still. Right? And she kind of like looks at the group questioningly.
Of course. Nisa may have brought us all together, but she's not the reason we stay. Even if any of you may have thought differently, we are family. And we've made promises to each other. Promises I don't plan on breaking.
Well, you have my wings.
And my fist.
Ozzy just looks uncomfortable. He doesn't know what to say.
How about we try and get a ship and go? We have to get Aestus a ship. What business do we have? Me and... We have to get to Numenor. Everyone has business somewhere.
Well,
Ron?
we know where Aestus's ship is, and we'd kill two birds, one stone. Sorry for the pun, Aestus. If we went to Meridian, Ozzy spoke some truths yesterday I was too afraid to acknowledge. But there might be some resources on that moon that, one, could help Nisa, or two, at least bury her. And then we can obtain your ship and be on our way with our next objective.
So we need to find a way off of Twilight.
Should we check the ship-shape shop? Or
Honestly, we should talk to Ray. I mean, we made such a financially rich ally to an extent, and looking at the people who definitely just don't like him, Octavia.
And me.
We don't have the money to just buy a ship. And though we may have done some good around here, we're gonna have to lean on the people we know and not the money that we just don't have. And see if they can support us. If Raymond can't, maybe Sam? We did just save his life. Thoughts?
Do we really need Sam?
I'd
Could
rather
always
go
be
to
a backup.
Ray.
I don't really care who we go to. At least with Raygun, we have dirt on him.
Valid.
Then maybe we start there. Go get us some walking breakfast burritos, eat while we walk, and see if Raymond can give us the tools we need to go forward.
We going to go get? You guys go to go get some?
Why is he cackling?
Some cheap breakfast grub, like a grab and go scenario for wholesale for the whole party, will be like a grand total of 3 ciphers, as it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah,
I'm 0 now, so.
I got 81 credits to my name. I can
Heading along and
take care
grabbing
of
some
that.
cheap, like foil wrapped grabbing and go breakfast grub. I'll say, maybe it's just because of the fact that you have him on your mind and we're just discussing him. But you swear, Cassio, Ozzy, and Ziggy, with your passive perceptions, you hear almost like in the back of your heads, or maybe like off far in the distance, a particular grating, snobby voice kind of ring out through your ears.
This motherfucker.
I will say, Ziggy, you notice kind of in the corner of your eye a bit of static as a screen off in the distance on the side of a building in the inner district, like one of those skyscrapers that has like a side-scrolling billboard, a holographic projection, as well as the 1 or 2 nearby screens kind of in like a bazaar or walk-in restaurant area, all start to display the same video and message as one by one you hear the faint sound coming in of, "Good morning to the Pulse District proper. I am here with a grand announcement to alleviate all of your worries from yesterday's events. As you have been made aware, I am entirely sure that you have seen, well, the terrifying landscape transformation that has overtaken large portions of our moon. But I am here to say that I, and a few others, have heroically stopped the dastardly acts of the secret 5th Lord, Aladdin Sane, from overtaking the entirety of all of our districts with this mysterious glass. With, putting up like a nerd emoji finger, video evidence! And you'll see that, like, kind of like from a similar perspective from you guys, clearly this was like recorded with some kind of camera or drone or something from around like maybe like midriff level of a humanoid person. You see the perspective of this kind of like maybe 360p footage is from behind, like Ozzy, Cassio, Ziggy, Vincent, Aestus, kind of all of you standing forward, your backs to the camera, facing Aladdin Sane as they just go to, as Sai Sato steps out, it cuts to him saying, "And I will have my vengeance on you, Rio, on you, Tora, on all of you who left Zori to die." As it cuts to Aladdin Sane saying, "And I am going to turn this whole moon inside out!" As Sai just goes, "What?" And the camera hard cuts again to basically from Raymond Gunn's own person footage of you guys basically engaging in combat with these strange aberrant foes. And then it hard cuts to you can't really hear yourselves over a lot of like, "Yeah, no, I will help you," as Mr. Gunn is like the first person swinging a laser sword at a cloaker, and then it hard cuts to him running over to help with the runic portal. Interestingly enough,
Nigga hit the buggy play, bro.
it cuts
Yeah.
out before I do it for him.
I was just about to say, it cuts the part. It conveniently cuts the part where you help him do it, as he just goes, thank you. I see we have done it again, dream catchers. Kind of like the first person like on you now, Irenicus.
Oh no.
As you hear kind of like whispers and clamors kind of stirring up all around you. As it cuts back to, you can't tell if it's live or a pre-recorded message from Mr. Gunn, kind of is clearly sitting in an office of some sort, facing a much higher quality camera, going, as you can see, this dastardly Fifth Lord was going to turn our entire moon inside out. But out of the love for my district that I once ruled, Button puts his hand up, so graciously stepped down at the behest of my dear compatriots, the Dreamcatchers. We have all together now turned a new leaf and hope that with your assistance and backing, we will step out into a new dawn for this district, where just moments, hours ago, this possible chance at a second life was going to be robbed from us. There's a universe out there where our precious homes are caved in, collapsed under all of this glass, this lunar regolith. But not if I, and the Dreamcatchers, have anything to say about it. So to that I say, people of Pulse, I want you to have hope, to have faith in all of us. Also, it's around this time that you realize that all of the camera angles just conveniently did not have any of the Eclipse Pirates in them.
Hilarious.
As the
Of
cameras
course.
cut, and he
Perfectly
goes,
cropped
now back
out.
to your regularly scheduled programming. And a couple of like reality shows and advertisements start playing from the various screens. As you hear kind of whispers and murmurs pick up around you, all of you kind of just standing there in dead silence,
I wish I
looking amongst
poisoned
each
him.
other.
So
That was crazy.
right.
I will say Ziggy, Cassio, and Ozzy, you hear someone about like half a block down, just a random shout amongst the murmurs and whispers. You just hear somebody go, "Holy shit, our mayor is dead!"
Oh god.
As you turn over and you just see somebody taking what seems to be like a news fob from a holocom and kind of like showing it to their friend, as several people kind of start clamoring and like circling around it, and they're just like just shouting amongst each other.
Let's go find Gun.
Yeah.
Okay, where would you like to look?
We have his
Um,
phone number.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
contact him.
Okay, so who texts him? Is it Ozzy? Is it Ziggy? Because I'm pretty sure.
Am I
both of you-
misremembering? I thought someone bugged him like way back. Was that wrong?
Well, maybe. I know that Ozzy under his guise had some sketch things going on, but Ozzy, did you ever bug him? I think you're
I
the
don't know
only one
if I
that would
necessarily
have.
bugged him unless like
Were you
I
tracking him?
well, so I basically was like, I am your ally, tell me where you're at, and he was like, okay.
You basically
Okay.
managed to contact him anonymously, which is
Yeah,
Quite a
yeah, I
feat.
did that.
yeah.
Okay.
Ozzy was doing side quests, honestly.
Somebody can just text. I'm not gonna text him because me and him are enemies, bro.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll send him a text.
Chris?
Gun, we need to talk.
You say that
I
you
don't
say we
send
need to
people's
talk to
phone
him.
numbers.
Yeah, give me your location.
You just get a text that goes, Frisk, I see. Come to the municipal hall. I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a text, but I wanted to say speak in his voice anyway.
Yeah, you did.
That's perfectly fine. That's Ozzy's in character response. Ugh, okay.
I will say, do you guys head right over there?
My God.
Yes, yes,
What
yes.
else
yes.
As
am I
you're
doing?
heading
Yeah.
towards the inner city, it's about a 50 to an hour walk. And kind of like walking along the way, you're pretty much never relieved of the noises of clamoring, whispering, murmuring, and kind of talking betwixt one another. From passersby, from people in like walk-in shops and restaurants, as slowly but surely over the course of this hour walk, the sounds evolve from confusion to uncertainty to kind of like seeming to truly grasp the situation and kind of reading the news and running back the video footage to truly process what happened. It becomes worry and anxiety, but almost as if like being cued by you and kind of running back that footage of what you guys did and who you stopped. You start to hear cheers. People kind of turning around and taking note of you and pumping their fists as you hear yeah, all right, hey, it's them, as kind of like for the last 20 minutes of your walk towards the municipal hall, pretty much everybody that you walk by is shouting out for you guys, congratulating you, thanking you for stopping a whole moon, their homes, from being turned inside out, from defeating a traitor who seemingly had lied to all of them about peace and prosperity, and just wanted vengeance and the death of people that had left him behind in an old era. As these claps, cheers, shouts, and congratulations get louder and louder, some people even kind of trailing behind you, but eventually breaking off and giving you space. You make it to the base of this multi-leveled building known as the Municipal Hall, where inside you see the receptionist desk. Kind of like very... You see what looks to be an elf very frantically doing some paperwork as they look to you guys and go, dream catchers, are you here to see, what are you here for?
Raymond.
Elevator, 7th floor, if you would please. Kind of like writing with both hands at this point.
Doing that.
We went from one mayor for decades to then a new and now none. Ooh, as you guys kind of get into the elevator and take it up. Bing, bing, bing.
Bong.
Yeah.
Aw.
Bing. As the door opens and you see, standing in a familiar room, Mr. Gunn kind of standing near the elevator, kind of backing away a little bit, as you see Luna Lagomorph, the Warforged monk, and Dern Hardy, the Earth Genasi artificer, kind of basically telling him off and him going, "Oh, come on, that was numbers for your PR. I mean, how mad can you possibly be at me? Take it up with Sai." As Luna goes, "He's fucking dead. I can't." Okay, fine. Yeah. Dreamcatchers, hello.
Raymond.
Yes. And he turns around and he has like a genuinely like he looks like a kid on Christmas morning. Like he thinks he just did the greatest thing in the world. Like he's got a sparkle in his eyes and everything.
Whoa.
Someone tripped this man.
Raymond Gunn,
Yes.
get us off this planet, off this moon.
What?
I mean, if are you certain? And in the middle of this, Luna kind of and she like snaps, and it's like a cling cling of like, because she's metal. Guys, I'm sorry, I need to break this up. Sai Sato is fucking dead and also was evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of like puts her hands on her head as Dern just goes, oh, goodness. Holy shit, we need to tell Orin this. I think he's still at the Lucky Cat.
He might.
Leave
Did you see
to-
that announcement?
The two of them just hard look to crane there next to Mr. Gunn. Yes. Yes. But case in point, yeah. As Dern just continues to go, I don't really know how to feel about all this. Sorry, I need to gather my words. First and foremost, I should say thank you for not letting our world be turned inside out. Second, you can tell he's like trying really hard to find the words to say about somebody that he followed and basically saw as a father figure for years. I thank you for this is a lot. And Luna kind of just puts a hand on the shoulders like, no, I get it. What he's trying to say is, if this is who Sai really was, if that is what he really wanted, if that means that, well, we shouldn't ask if what we had was real. Dern, it can be real to us, or it cannot. Whatever gets you more closure. It's not like he's going to tell us. But case in point, Dreamcatchers. You said you're trying to leave?
Yes. We have business elsewhere, and clearly it is in good hands and taken care of from immediate dangers. Extreme ones, at least.
Dern kind of just looks at Luna and goes, we're gonna have to figure something out for here then. And if this guy's gonna stick around pointing at Mr. Gunn, then, well, you better stay useful. Useful is my middle name. Whatever. Thank you for everything, Dreamcatchers. If you're trying to leave, I'm sorry if it seems so fast. There's so many things I want to say, but I think I really just need a second to handle all of this. What has happened? I mean, I wasn't even there for it. I didn't even get to say goodbye or to try to... No, I couldn't have... I couldn't have changed anything. But this isn't about me. Actually, you might be here at the right time. I was just going to pay somebody for a few dues and deeds done around the city. You see, in your absence ever since Mr. Gunn got dethroned, we've been trying to make ends meet. Multiple of us have been working several jobs, but we've had a few people, volunteers from around the city, help out with odds and ends. Some remnants of technology left behind by Mr. Gunn repurposed, trying to keep the food economy flowing with greenhouse tech and water distribution. I was just about to pay somebody for their assistance with that for the past week. Kind of looking at a watch on their wrist. It was my 10 o'clock, and Dreamcatchers, you will hear once again kind of like a ding of the elevator behind you as Forrest. Would you like to describe your character?
Hey, yo, what?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh God.
No, you're good.
She's alive!
You're gonna hear...
Oh, niece is back already? Damn.
On God.
Ow.
What's up, you little bitches? No.
Reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
True.
Oh God.
You're gonna hear a very light clack of heels as you look over, and you will see... How to describe her? A very tall, roughly 7'2", Warforged woman. Her face is similarly adorned with paints akin to geisha makeup, with these petals and flowers kind of emerging from the outer corners of her eyes. Blue blush along her cheekbones, similarly adorned with petals and flowers. But the rough exterior of her metal is pink. She has these bright blue, vibrant eyes with these sort of almost marksman trackers that culminate into this iris pupil. She is adorned in this almost kimono-esque attire made up of pink satin and vines and flowers. She has this very long, very thick hair made up of these flowers and stems and vines. The entirety of her body is pink with these blue accents highlighted with hand-painted flowers and petals. But she is a very slender build. And you will notice that in her joints, her elbows, her shoulders, there are no interior machinations, only vines and stems. She has on no pants, just a very long kimono with heels installed into her feet. Her left arm kind of emits this green string, and she'll have these little, maybe like foot tall, 3 tengus made out of stone and plants kind of hovering around her shoulders. Her right shoulder is a bonsai tree. It looks like it is emerging from her shoulder almost like a pauldron, and she has a very large samurai-esque gofu hat that is made of mushrooms with a very large staff of bismuth, that crystalline metal with some oak kind of interwoven into it. It is in the shape of a caduceus, and the bottom half looks like a parasol. Hello, Mr. Dern. How are you today?
You're good. Mr. Gunn just goes, "And who is this diva?" As Dern goes, welcome back, Clover. It's good to see you. I have your ciphers ahead already. Do you want me to just hand them to you physically, or should I transfer them to an account?
You can hand them to me physically. Whatever you would prefer, though. I am in no rush.
Of course.
Hello, Mr. Man asking my name. My name is Momo Clover. My friends call me Momo, but we are not friends yet, so you can call me Clover.
Well met, Clover. Kind of like looking back to Dern. What? As Dern kind of just walks past him with what seems to be a suitcase, inside being 150 ciphers, which is how much you have right now.
Yeah.
That he just kind of slides over to you.
Fantastic. By the way, have you seen any more rare plants?
Unfortunately, we're kind of running out of discoveries on here. I mean, aside from the peat moss and the goddamn whatever. What were they kind of? I have to talk to that other guy about it. Something soil crusts. But that is actually what I was just about to bring up. These guys, kind of pointing at the dream catchers, are about to head off planet. And frankly, as much as I really appreciate your help around here, we're kind of running low on budget, and we only have so many more ciphers to kind of be handing out to volunteers. After all, as much as I don't want people around here to be working for free, we kind of, especially with what's happening now, something in the system needs to change. But to that I say, I think this moon is no longer useful to you and what you're looking for, from what we've gleaned.
And you're gonna hear almost like a jackpot kind of sound emanating from her as she's going to turn and look at the dream catchers. Oh me, oh my. Are you all searching for rare plants as well? On God!
Hell no. I hated the timing. It was almost too perfect.
Wild.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah. But Dreamcatchers, this figure is presented before you. And that is what they said.
It'll never be her.
Oh, so
we are
hostile.
not in search of new
I don't
plants,
say that shit.
but we are on a grand adventure forward to fulfill all of our dreams.
Oh, I love dreams. What are your dreams?
Vincent's kind of just takes a step back.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Dreamcatchers, this question is posed to all of you.
If you would like, I can go first.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, easy. My dream is to find the remaining 3 pieces of the machine god known as Triune and use them to bring him back so that I may usher in a new world known as New Eden for all manner of plants, animals, and even machines to coexist in peace. Doesn't that sound grand?
That religion check that, Jordan?
Yeah,
you
do
can
we?
check it.
We recognize that.
Hold on, let me.
Have to throw one in myself. That sounds crazy.
I feel like I would know if there's a machine god named Triune at the very least. Unless it's rare. Or esoteric
I don't
knowledge, I
think that
suppose.
helps.
Can I roll a perception?
Nope. Religion.
All right.
I just want to look at her.
Oh, unless you're
Well,
like trying to achieve something else here.
Right.
I will say, ironically, none of you have ever heard the name of this god before, or what it really stands for, or what that means to you. However, Irenicus,
Yeah.
you're not sure what it is. Maybe it's like a memory or some kind of subconscious facet sitting at the back of your head. But there is a familiarity to that name. One that you can't pinpoint on a particular time in your life.
Okay.
But you know, like, at least in your heart, that name means something.
Okay, yeah. So up to this point, I've kind of just been ignoring this new character, and then I will just like pivot and mask, mask covering the face. There's no facial expression. I'm just staring at it now.
Oh, are you also a machine? Well, I should say, metal life form, like me.
I don't want to answer this.
You don't have to.
Of a sort.
Excellent. This very like clanging clapping.
Well, if you have a dream, I don't mind you hanging around. It's not like we have much of a barrier for entry.
I would love to hang around. If you are going on a grand adventure, that sounds like a fun time.
We are, and it won't always be.
Why do you say that?
That's just not how life works. Not how the universe works.
Oh, you mean death and destruction and combat? Yes, I try not to think about those bad things so much.
You should. They matter just as much as the good things.
Surely not. When you're as old as I am, you begin to forget.
I don't know if you're laughing in character or not.
No, I like
I'm
to
not-
think that the character
not
is
laughing in
manically laughing.
character. There is a slight-
Senile
In
old
character,
bot.
the delivery
There
was
is
very
a slight
dry.
chuckle, but
Interesting perspective.
I'm not against this. I think it's
Wait,
fine.
Kind of just
we already
leaves
have
over
a
to
barrier
turn.
for entry.
I think they're hitting it off.
also,
Raymond?
I am very
And you-
powerful in combat. I can heal, and I can even turn into a powerful yokai.
Is that like a stage whisper
Pardon?
in
Yes.
character? Like, did you say that loudly?
Yes. No, she said it. She definitely whispered it loud as fuck.
Okay. I don't know if I love this bitch or hate her. I swear to God.
I don't know what a yokai is, but you're welcome to join. Surely we won't only be in combat. I'm excited to hear more about your dreams and such. Raymond, can you get us
Speaking of which, you all look hungry. Here, I'm going to reach into my bonsai, and I'm gonna pull out 4 good berries. Who would like one? And they're kind of these like purplish, bluish, glowing orb berries.
I
Vincent's
am
starving.
immediately skeptical.
I
I don't
am
eat that shit. I got this.
I'm fasting, but I'm sure it'll come in handy one day. I'll take one and put it in my pocket.
It only stays good for a day.
Oh, then never mind.
Vincent will walk up and grab one, and as he grabs his, he'll make eye contact with her. My name's Vincent. My friends call me Vinny. I hope one day you can too. And he'll reach his hand out for a shake.
Me too. And maybe you can call me Momo. And she'll do like the very dainty where she's gonna like clasp her hand over yours and kind of, you know, like the girl shake.
My lady. I gotcha. And then he'll pop the berry in and walk
it-
back.
Tastes like a burst of citrus, a mixture of different fruit flavors in your mouth. Pulse.
Ooh.
You also feel completely and utterly nourished.
Yes. And you gain 1 HP if you're missing that.
Ooh.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would
That's
anyone
actually
else?
pretty good.
I'm glad to have helped. Would anyone else like one? I'm kind of just holding out 3 more berries in my hand.
I do not trust.
Yeah,
I will not take
I'll take one. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And Cassio is like slow to do so, but pops in
Nom.
his mouth.
Okay.
Meow.
You get that same citrusy burst and almost like a perfectly, I'll say, whelming, not over or under, but whelming sense of nourishment.
Hell yeah.
Does it like look or feel any different? Because we did just have a long rest. Is
I
it
will
like
say, you don't feel any more rested because you're already rested, but you feel completely and utterly nourished and fed, as if
Okay.
you're set for a while.
It makes you feel full as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By full as fuck, I mean full.
Vinny and Cassio, roll me Constitution save it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yes!
okay? Alright.
You
No, you're good.
robotic bitch.
Oh, crying.
Racism. No, I'm kidding. But nevertheless, I believe one of you beseeched Mr. Gunn to start to see you off to a ship.
Yes,
Yup.
please.
Dern and Luna are just gonna kind of look at the lot of you and go, well, I hate to see you go. I mean, I'm thankful for everything you've done for us and here, but I get that you can't really tie yourself to this place forever. I think I could stand to make a home of it, though. I need some time to adjust, but I hope that you've come to terms with this world, with this moon, seen off all the people you need to, tied up whatever loose ends you feel, and if not, you're always welcome back here with open arms. If something ever calls you back, if there's ever an untied loose end, a person you want to check in on, or you just need a place to hunker down for a bit. Yeah, what he said.
I appreciate that. I'm sure we all do. Thank you for your companionship and your help through our days here. And he points to his head, kind of tapping at his temple. We can always reach out, check in on you. Wherever we go, we'll still be in touch. And please, I know you don't need me to say this, but it is a hope that you're there for Orin. I know this might be a confusing time for him, with the truth so widely spread so quickly about Sai. I trust that you guys will be there for him and help him through it.
The two of them kind of give a very serious look and a solemn nod, but kind of like with a smile of affirmation, as Luna just goes, and if it makes you feel any better, he's loved the job he's got so far. As Raven kind of just, oh, I'm sure he does. Just make sure that he doesn't hurt himself with any of that. As Dern kind of just, almost like scratching the back of his head, no, I think he'll be fine. He's, unfortunately got experience already. But maybe, I mean, you know, selling this kind of stuff. Much better than having to use it. He's been having a good time. It's been teaching him some life skills. Ones that he should be learning at that age. As opposed to having to be a bodyguard for others. Or take down people that haven't paid dues or debts. Stuff like that. Kind of like as he just like hard cranes his neck over to Mr. Gunn. As Mr. Gunn goes, well, if I remember correctly, he didn't exactly quit that profession until a few years after you guys had taken him in, and I was no longer over him as influence. But water under the bridge, kind of batting his hand away at all that. I, for one, am utterly elated, ready to see these intrepid heroes who have done so much for our district.
If water under the bridge. Hold on. Where the hell is my ship?
Meridian.
It's on Meridian, yeah.
It's on Meridian. I kind of right, you know what? Yeah, we had already hashed all this out, no? I mean, you broke a finger of mine over that.
Yeah, but I kind of figured after breaking a finger, you would have brought it back somehow.
I sold it. What, do you think I'm just supposed to go and take it backsies?
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
You took it from me.
Well, I actually didn't take it from you. I took it from Rex Raider.
Which is taking it
the
from
business
me.
he was running was illegal because he wasn't licensed, but we don't really do all of that stuff anymore.
I guess you took the other place for now.
That does beg the question, where exactly are you trying to go? Because don't get me wrong, I am a very salubrious and influential man, and I can most certainly take you to almost any place in the universe, but that does beg the question, where exactly?
Vincent's gonna look at everyone and then kind of like, almost like a suggestion, say, "I think we want to go to Meridian.
Oh,
We have
Meridian,
business
how
there,
fun!
and that's where the ship is."
Well, I must clarify now. I am going to be dropping you off. I am not takesies backseizing the ship. So, if you do get it back through financial or other means, kind of puts both of his hands up, I am none the wiser. And it is rightfully yours once more.
Interesting. You know, I just now thought of. You're right. It would be wrong for us to steal it back. No takesy backsies and all. However, what should you sell her for?
Oh, me? Kind of like,
You.
you know, it was kind of a bundle deal. But if I, being quite low-balling here, considering yours was actually one of the finer ones amongst the bunch, I did sell it for roughly 1,500 ciphers total.
Excellent. You know where my bank account info is. Why don't you go ahead and send it on over?
I'm sorry, didn't you rob my factory where I had multiple dossiers from those transactions and others? And also, didn't you take my gun? And also, didn't you blow up my portal? And also, didn't you take my psionic enhancer? And also, didn't you take that staff that I had stashed away in a locker?
God,
God,
this
please
old
don't
senile
tell me,
man
guys.
has one hell of a memory.
Also,
Fuck.
didn't you take my,
In the background, Clover is just clapping. Oh wow, you are a very rambunctious bunch.
She's gonna kind of, as he's detailing all of this, she's gonna like stand up a little bit taller and get like take a step towards him and like tilt her head. And didn't you cause all these issues to begin with?
well,
I
it's
think the
really
answer to that is
just a matter of
yes. No. It's actually not even theoretical or hypothetical. It's a yes. So, in the interest of being a good individual who wants to make amends for all the wrongs he caused, shouldn't you be sending that money that you so carelessly basically stole from me by selling my very fine ship my way so I can get said ship back?
He kind of thinks for a moment, and then he kind of looks over his head, and Dern and Luna both just kind of look away and start whistling before he goes, kind of looks back at you, eye contact. If it will get you out of my hair, and it will simmer this boil.
And save your fingers, possibly.
Let me finish. 1,000. How does that sound?
1,000? Absolutely not. Anything, it should be 2, considering the trouble I'm gonna have to go through to facilitate getting said ship back.
And what trouble would that be, per se? Given the fact that someone, me, is going to be flying you out there all the way personally.
Oh, that's just a courtesy you're giving to us as your friends, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, yes, which is why I gave you a 10% discount on the fees to fly you that many clicks, and I already docked it off of the 1,000, which is why it is 1,000.
You know, it wouldn't have been any trouble at all to let you die down there. You do realize that, right?
You have most certainly tried before.
I'm just saying. Yes.
I think we should just take it. As fun as it is making him squirm, the sooner the better that we leave. And I don't think he's going to budge on a mere 500. It is a win. You will have your ship back. You have my word.
Consider your fingers safer now, Raymond. But they look pretty breakable from here still. Go ahead and give me the 1,000.
Very well. If you would please. And he is just going to take a rather almost like gaudy and opulent, almost like kind of like almost like a pin from his pocket, kind of like lined with a little bit of gold trimming, and he is just going to tap it to your holocom, and it is going to say, from Raymond Gunn, 1,000 ciphers.
Nice.
Yay!
Yippee. Vinny, you're gonna feel a tap on your shoulder.
Also, I think I gotta go soon, actually.
I gotcha. We can wrap it up
Me
soon.
too. I have work in the morning. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yes.
You also enjoy squirming? I enjoy squirming and squiggling and even squishing. She just like earnestly looking in your face.
On a better day, yes. I think there are levels that I do enjoy it.
Oh, how fun.
Better days to come, though. And I'm sure you'll be alongside us to see it. Raymond, if you can escort us to your ship.
Affirmative. If you would please. Although it might be a little cramped in the elevator now that there's like 10 of us. Also, I will say, Ziggy,
Weeby?
have you... Did you leave the Chimera anywhere, or have you just been trying to
yeah,
have
he's
this
with
thing
me.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah.
As you kind of like start getting into the elevator one by one, are you having it come with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Mr. Gunn kind of just looks down at it and goes, ah. As kind of like all of you getting into the elevator one by one, it begins to get very cramped as the last couple of people walk in, and like a couple of people like Ziggy, Ozzy, and Clover, the Chimera's kind of just like sitting on your feet. Three, almost like, you know, like a devil's tail, where it has like that little prong on the end of it. There's like three of those kind of like whisking and wagging around as it kind of just kind of like almost like gives a little love nibble on Ziggy's knee, and then looks over at Mr. Gunn and just kind of like almost like its fur bristles at him as he just goes, no, don't mind me.
Oh, me. Oh, my. What a wonderful creature. What is your name? And, Jordan, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Interesting. Can you put that in chat for me?
I can. And I have.
It doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
How interesting. You must be something truly special.
It just kind of begins vibrating.
Ooh. I can do that too.
Hell yeah.
Nah, it's a pretty scary thought that the Chimera is potentially not considered an animal. Like, what if that's just a dude? What if this is like Tusk treatment? What if this is just some real dark layered, like,
If
fucked
we're doing
up
a little
shit?
sleuthing, I feel like it's because it's not a beast.
Big brother Ed.
Yeah.
God, I
so
fucking hope so. God, I
Sorry,
fucking hope so.
It's an aberration. Holy moly.
Oh,
After a painfully long and awkward elevator ride, beginning to get a little warm and stuffy by the end, the door finally like ding on the first floor. One by one, you guys kind of walk out. You kind of have to let the Chimera go first because it was sitting on half of your feet, as it kind of just starts emitting very low howls kind of through the reception room, just as it kind of starts heading towards the front door, kind of like occasionally looking back to make sure that you guys are still there and following, and
I'm gonna
not
walk
having
aside,
immediately
bro.
left. Of course. But I will say, about
As we exit outside, I'm going to flip my staff over and pop open the parasol. And I'm gonna look around and then lock eyes with Cassio and say, "You look like fun. Would you like a ride?" And drop my drop my staff as it kind of levitates, and I'm just gonna sit on it and kind of pat the other end.
Language. Nice.
Yeah. That looks so cool.
And as Cassio sits on it, it will begin to lift up, and I will fly about like 15, 20 feet over the rest of the group.
Hell yeah.
Where did you get something like this?
Oh, it's a quite long story, but I would love to tell you.
I'm all ears.
And
So-
that is where we're in session.
Yay!
New party
Great
members, guys.
session. Great
Ew.
session. Damn, dog, he did not
Yeah, that was
hesitate.
Gone
He
immediately.
already had his finger hovered over end call.
Damn.
Well,
Ready.
regardless, thank you guys for
Bro said I had
Oh.
to go. He had
thank you guys
bitches
for
on the other
soldiering it out
line.
with me. Thank you for sticking it out with me.
Soldiering
Golden
what out?
stars all around.
No, what a banger
I'm-
RP.
You say like
Yeah.
soldiering out like that required some kind of effort
Yeah, like,
for us to watch.
No,
the
this
session.
was
I'm not gonna
great.
lie, like, I
Okay,
need
guys,
to go to
one
bed.
day I will get rid of my imposter syndrome. I promise. Regardless,
One day.
I want to thank you guys
It's
for playing.
almost
You guys did a great job.
Like, we've been
Thank
playing
you,
for
Jordan.
so long, not
So
because
did
we
you,
feel like
my
we have
friend.
to, because we enjoy it.
Yippee.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But you
sir.
did beautiful. Thank you for
No.
all of that.
That was so much
As
fun.
always.
Thanks
Fuck
for letting
you.
me
Or did you
sit with
enjoy all of our eulogies, basically, to Nisa?
Yeah. Well, you're asking
Yeah.
for is
Vincent, I'm so sorry. This is the worst thing that happens to you. I don't care.
Yeah. And I loved. I
Like
got
you
the
said,
spectrum. I
Make no
love it.
mistake, this is transactional. I am doing this because we are useful to each other.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was fantastic.
I love us
Yeah.
all aura farming.
Oh
And
my
Ziggy
God.
getting ignored.
Basically.
No,
I
honestly,
will say,
yeah.
in character, Ozzy does not give a shit that Aladdin died. He does not feel bad for Ziggy at all.
Yeah, the only two people to actually recognize that, because the first time Ziggy brought it up, Ozzy was like, "Now is not the time," and then Arenicus was like, "Your brother died."
I'm crying.
Yeah. Vincent was so wrapped up in Nisa that it was so short-sighted of him, and he felt super bad once put in his face. It was like, oh fuck. Yeah, no, he's got to check on his boy. He does care about Ziggy, and did not realize he would be suffering on a whole nother level past Nisa's. Of course, he's not gonna be apologetic about it, and like, you know, hey, I just lost my best friend in the entire world. But fuck, man, let's check.
I'm not
you
gonna
in.
lie, I thought y'all were siblings.
Crying. Might as well be.
I mean, they're,
Might as well be.
they're basically siblings.
Is the wiki page gonna get updated?
Oh, it has to.
For
To
what?
Nisa being a dead beat.
Nisa's
Yeah.
dead as
Oh.
hell.
I mean,
Crazy.
I think any of you guys also have Dominion to update whatever you want.
can,
I
yeah.
basically just treat it as a. The way I see it is the wiki should be treated as kind of like a group notes app for you guys to kind of be able to kind of look at it to kind of jog your memory on things and also kind of like log whatever you think you need to. I will occasionally do housekeeping to make sure that it's not too cluttered with anything or too many pages. Also, because I did have the other group use it as well, I've made sure to kind of go through whatever pages I think have spoilers for you guys or things that you guys shouldn't see. And I've like
Hilarious.
marked those at the tops of pages or wherever like there would be spoilers.
Glad
they
you did that
have
because I've been
stories that took place
very
in the same
hesitant
universe.
of like visiting the wiki just after their session ended or their their campaign ended. I was like,
I mean, there
that's
are
gonna
several
hurt.
pages that are dedicated exclusively to you guys. Like there's a Twilight page, a Pulse District
Yeah.
page, a
Maybe
Rio
looking
and
at
Tora
those.
Hagane page. Although I will say, like I said, some of the pages, especially of characters, have like parts of their backstories that you don't know yet. So,
I just went to Vincent's
like I
page
said,
and
I've,
half
I've
of it's
gone through the
redacted.
wiki, I've combed through it, and I've written down like at least like before whatever would be spoilers, I've like denoted that hey, these are spoilers. Read at your own risk.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, Jordan had to do that. He's just smarter than me. I was over here just like dropping everything, not caring about spoilers towards things that just have not become relevant yet. He was like, I'm gonna do you this solid and just redact this until then. Like, you know what? You're thinking big brain. My bad.
I'm crying.
Holy
That's smart,
shit!
that's smart.
I just learned lore from the wiki.
I think I just put my image.
I am
on the
now
page.
going to terrorize Vincent.
Wait, what?
Oh my
Oh,
god,
wait.
what?
You're deathly afraid of
Hold on.
bugs with more than 8 legs.
But that what? Wait, did I do that in private with anyone? Because I swear we talked about it and then I added it. Were you not at the McDonald's with us?
Honestly, there's like
okay.
There's a 50-50 that I was or wasn't there, and I also don't remember.
I remembered the conversation. We like had a moment where we like, let's all say one secret about our character.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Because I do remember specifically with Vincent, I texted Parker and I was like, just in case other people want to look at your page, maybe don't like have like literally everything about your character that they don't know on the weekend if they accidentally read it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's my boy. He's keeping me in check because I was going crazy.
But yeah, there's several pages for some of the dream catchers that you guys made. They're kind of just like, I'm gonna let any like wiki for a specific player character. I'm kind of gonna let their player just handle that page and they can put on it what they want. So like, I'm not gonna put anything on the Aestus, Vincent, or Ziggy pages.
Yeah.
Elf.
I need to update mine.
I did make the whole like the collective dream catchers page though, and if there's anything you want me to put on there or anything any of you guys want to put on there, you absolutely can. Also, actually, I think one, yeah. Also, actually, I need to do that for Ziggy too. I think for Aestus, yeah, on Aestus's page, I actually uploaded some art that you made for her, and I credited you, like as the image for the wiki page.
Oh, really?
God, he did.
Wondering.
God, he did.
Yeah, on Aestus Duro's, yeah,